Good morning, how are you doing? It's lovely to see you and great to meet you. Welcome to Sparkle Sunday at Jewellery Maker. I'm Ali DeFoy and I'm joined by our very special guest today, exceptionally talented. She's a wonderful lady and she looks very pretty today. It is, oh yes, it's our special lady. It's resident designer. We might call you executive resident designer because we promoted Sheila yesterday, so we'll promote you. Oh. Executive resident designer is Linda.
Is there any more money in it?
No. Don't have the budget for that, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, but I'll take the title. I like it.
You take the title.
Yes.
We decided I might become resident head of presenters just for the day. It'd be fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whatever.
Do it for the day. Why not?
Why not?
I'm going to change my email signature just so everybody thinks that there's a position that I've got that I don't.
Yes.
Right, I have so much coming up for you today. Today is always. Traditionally, Sunday is always a day for collectors on our sister channels and Gems TV and jewellery collector wise. Sundays tends to be our biggest day. So would it be right, or would it be just perfect to offer you the ultimate strand today that is a true collector's dream? There are only 39 in stock. It is a very limited edition. The biggest I have seen in this gemstone in polish quality for a very long time, and especially the biggest I've ever seen at Jewellery Maker. This is the true collector's presenter's pick. It's midday today. It is totally natural, and you guessed it, it is Russian diopside. Genuinely from Russia. It's beautiful. What a treat. Got two treats today. Not only have I got Russian diopside, I got Linda all day for 4 hours. 4 hours, Linda. I'm excited about this. Are you?
I am. I always am. Always am.
Are you especially excited about this little T-bar?
Absolutely.
All under $6.95.
What? Really?
It's the last part of my summer sale for you this weekend. So it's going to be in my last hour as well. Unfortunately, if you're on Freeview, you might not get that if you're not able to tune into the web, but you could watch online if you can, or if you've got a smartphone or an app, Android app thing, a tablet, you might be able to download the app. It's free to do it. They are all going under $6.95. That does include lapis lazuli, and that does include labradorite in there as well. Oh yes, sirree. Right, should we start off with the early bird? Do you fancy it? Me too. This is a very special treat. Have you heard, oh, there's only 240 left in stock. Have you heard of a very special metal called sterling silver? In a chain. Ooh. Have you heard of another precious metal called platinum? Part of the platinum family is a particular metal called rhodium. And when you put sterling silver and rhodium plated, you get an extra special chain. You have extra high gloss, high luster with rhodium, and what you also get is a sort of scratch resistant, erosion resistant metal. It's gorgeous. Many people have used rhodium plating on top of wedding bands, for example, to prevent the scratching and resisting to sort of chemicals that you might, I don't know, you might wash your hands with, or you might be partial to in your daily working base. This, with an extender chain on it, with sterling silver as the main body, 16 inches with that extender chain taking you up to 18 inches. It is so lustrous, it's so shiny. It's a great chain just simply on its own, whether you decide to wear something with it or not. Now, as I say, it's one of the first times ever been offered to you on the morning show. And this has the, oh wait till you see this, the ultra shine for your white metals here. And knowing that sterling silver is your most lustrous precious metal, to then have that finishing of it, can you see how lustrous that is? Sterling silver, rhodium plated, 16 inches, many people know as a princess length with an extended chain taking you up to 18. You've got Molly with a multi-bid in Belfast. You've got Dorothy straight in the West Midlands with a multi-bid as well. Collectors are in Warwickshire, Outer Hebrides, the Channel Isles. Get a little bit too far there, you never know, someone might join us from there. Helen is there in Kent, Hertfordshire. Goodness me, I need to put my teeth in today. You have, for you, may I put it on? Oh, a bolt ring clasp on there, a 925 sterling silver stamp, as well as TGGC on your stamp, which stands for the Genuine Gemstone Company. So that's it at its 16 inches, at its shortest length, and this is how it would sit on myself. Barely moving, and the luster that you're getting from this is sensational. Do you love luster in a chain, Linda? I know you're really busy with your challenge today, but
I think you'll probably notice that even more when you see a couple of the kits today.
Oh yes,
I really do like luster on a chain.
So something like this, particularly with the kits coming up, may incorporate some cheeky chain too. But I don't think you can go.
You can't go wrong. I just think a chain just worn like that is almost as attractive, say, as having like a pearl drop or something, or just like this one I've got on here, just having this little drop. But a chain on its own, yeah, absolutely.
And that for me is your signature chain. If I were to draw a piece of jewellery, it would either be your engagement ring or it would be your pendant, because that's what I know you by.
Yes.
That's, like,
it's something that I think I've never taken this off, only to clean it. And I think that's what, you know, it's a mechanic, and yet it's still equally as beautiful, if you see what I mean. So it does a job and it looks the job.
Absolutely. So quite simply, you can try our quality tries out for the first time, and you can wear it straight away. It's not something that generally Jewellery Maker, you have to make things, that's the point of it, but with this you don't actually, you can put it on straight away, as with the earrings I've got coming up in sterling silver later as well. You can still, as you say, use it as a mechanic and add to it, but you can also simply wear it on its own. And with the luster that you've got and the quality that you're getting there, this is something you would put with your Tanzanite, your high-end Chrome Diopside, your high-end pearls, that quality and calibre. Lots of you in already. Should we get a price on for you for your early bird? What does early bird mean? Well, you've joined us for our first opportunity of the morning on the live show. So you've been an early bird, and we want to thank you for that and celebrate it. So go to a price that if you were watching maybe of an afternoon or an evening, you might not get the price that we can do for an early bird. I honestly didn't expect it to go to 7.
I didn't. As an early bird, I knew it was going to be a bit of a crazy price, but not quite that crazy. But look at it against, you know, with your dress. There isn't anything that, you know, perhaps other than a pearl drop, that accent of that chain and your dress is spot on, isn't it? It really, really works. But then that chain would work with anything else as well. But that really works. I mean, when the camera came off of you and we had the, you know, the shot of you just sat there, you could see that chain sparkling. So
and that's what we want, isn't it? We want jewellery that's noticeable. There's no point to put it on and not get noticed, but there's some pieces you want to be quite subtle, and this is one of the subtle necklaces.
Definitely.
If you want a big piece, something that's a bit more noticeable, as in a big look, we've got that for you as well coming up today, and there's great designs from Linda throughout the show with a mixture of different styles and different tastes. But if you want that elegant, it always makes me think, I don't know why, but I always think of Katie Holmes in that TV series Dawson's Creek. And she seemed sort of, her character was very elegant and quite quiet and quite pretty girl next door. And I always thought the girl next door always has a pretty, like you've got, a pretty chain with just one gem. And because of that reason, I bought a chain in a sister channel and just bought a one pendant, and I wear it religiously every day. The only reason I don't wear it at work is because obviously I've not got to offer it to you, so that's not, I'm not allowed to really. So it's £7.95. I would have thought a great morning price would have been £9.95 to get. I know it's only a couple of pounds, but that couple of pounds could cover your post and packaging or go towards it at least. Enjoy. I might just keep this chain on. I quite fancy.
It looks lovely.
You might just have to dibs it and shimmy off home. Right, sterling silver. Should we carry on with that? Sounds like a plan. Brand new. Now these. We launched something quite reminiscent yesterday. The sparkle and the clarity and the brilliance from these topaz is just divine. Yesterday I popped it in, and regular viewers will know my ears are notorious for sometimes liking earrings and sometimes not. I think it's just the way they were pierced. It wasn't very well done. No disrespect to the person who did it. Can't even remember who it was. It was a hairdresser's when I was younger. But the hairdresser did snip off the top of my brother's ear, so we didn't go back there. And my hair was different one length to the other. But anyway.
And you let them pierce your ears as well.
This is before they cut my hair.
Whoa.
I know. So here, I know, right? I was just excited to get my ears pierced. I didn't really care where I got them done. I should have thought about it. These are solid sterling silver with 2 topaz in them, one slightly larger than the other. Brilliant faceted for you, so really sizable facet on each of the individual round, brilliant cut white topaz sterling silver. Now it's a shape into a diamond shape, so it's not diamonds that are in it, it's the shape of the silver that's shaped into a diamond shape. Can you see that? So a slightly larger round, brilliant cut diamond in the middle. I've said that diamond now. In the middle of that diamond, a topaz, and then just above that there's another accenting topaz there too. Sterling silver, really easy to slip in. Great if you're allergic to some random base metals, which I am. Sterling silver, I know without a shadow of a doubt, is going to work. I know it's not going to make my ears all inflamed. I know it's not going to make them itchy or red or sore. So that for me is a plus. They're elegant. They are the first time, I believe, on Jewellery Maker that, well, I know for a fact that I've ever offered, and I don't know about yourself, Linda, but first time we've ever come in a hygiene bag. So I'm going to make sure you're aware how this works. Within the hygiene bag when you get it home, same bags as usual, but they've got a hygiene label over the top, which means because they are that gorgeous, you could just wear them as earrings straight away. We want you to inspect them, and you can really inspect them in that bag. The bag is big enough for you to move them around, get them to every angle that you want to inspect them before you open it. Once you open it, you cannot return it, all right? Because it's earrings, we need to be safe for everybody, and although you and I are honest, now and again somebody might put it in their ear and we can't afford to do that. So you've got the hygiene bag, just bear in mind that once it's opened, then you get to keep it, but you just bear that in mind. So do inspect them. You've still got your 30-day money-back guarantee, and I think we're one of the first people to do that, to give you the option of earrings, but still a 30-day money-back guarantee with them. It just means for your own safety, just don't open that until you know you're happy with them, and then once you know that, then open them. No bother at all.
Well, across the board, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say that every shop, if not 99% of shops, have that policy that earrings are non-returnable.
Of course.
Anyway.
Yep. And it's safe for us all and fair for us all.
Of course it is.
But the fact that you've still got the option, even though they're sterling silver, means just inspect them. I just want you to be aware of that, because you might just cut it open out as excitement and not read it, which is sometimes what I do.
Yeah.
So just so you know. Right, are you ready for solid sterling silver earrings? What are you thinking? $17.95? $14.95? Because they're ready to wear. They've got the loop on there. If you wish to. I thought these were going to go to $9.95. It's even better than I was hoping. These two opportunities, the first two we've offered today, are both $7.95. So that means you get a sterling silver rhodium plated chain with a pair of sterling silver earrings that you could wear to match perfectly for under £16.
That's beautiful. I mean, if you have got, let's say in particular, some sterling silver jump rings, just by the nature of them being sterling silver, they're slightly thinner, as strong as the plated, but slightly thinner. And if you put one of those into that and then drop the chain, if you wanted to take that chain into pieces, then you could do, because I'm absolutely sure that the sterling silver jump ring will go through the links of the chain. If not, you can attach the chain anyway to it by, say, a 0.25 sterling silver wire.
What you can also
that
do
would be
is
very elegant, wouldn't it? Having a sort of a waterfall drop from that. But those are very Art Deco.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
And yesterday we had not too dissimilar pair, and they flew out the door as these are today. And again, as you just suggested, we did have a comment, somebody messaged in to say they looked quite Art Deco, and I think that's the style of these. As you've said, that they're gorgeous. Brand new end. Should we do the other pair then? We've got two pairs. Ooh! Now this has got two diamond shapes created with your sterling silver, as in they look like, oh, well, I'll show you them actually. And the brilliance that you've got there as well. Oh, pretty. Lots of kisses coming in. Thank you for that. You can join us on the website if you want to, on JewelleryMaker.com. Send us a comment, no problem at all. If you want it to remain anonymous, you can do that too. If you want to add your name to it, you can also do that. Or you can text us as well, whichever is most convenient. The text number is 60777. Right, 925 sterling silver, as the same as the previous pair. The size 20 by 3mm in size, again including your white topaz. Can you see that these have these two big sizable or sort of additions of sterling silver to give you these diamond shapes, and then on either side, in the middle of the two diamonds, you've got two white topaz, stunningly full of brilliance, lots and lots of luster within them, and really quite pretty indeed. And again, the same as the previous pair, they have a loop at the bottom, which is actually an open loop. Now it's open at the top point, so you just slide that to the side, to the left or the right, whichever. Always do go the same way, of course, the same as you would do with an eye loop, really. You've got almost like an eye loop at the end of your sterling silver pair of earrings, and as I say, they are solid sterling silver. They're easy to slip into the ear, which for me is a big problem. You might not have that a problem at all. It might be perfect for you. You might have your ears pierced wonderfully. Mine went a bit wrong, I think. But with Jackie in multi-bids, Angela in multi-bids, out in Surrey, Yorkshire, Cheshire, RCT, Cornwall, Essex, Midlands, Middlesex, Sussex, should we get that? Oh, matching price points for you today. Well, if that's not the way to do it, I don't know what is. Kim said on Friday morning, that's my producer Kim, you can find her on Facebook under producer Kim, quite simple that. And she said on Friday, when she was going exceptionally low, she was starting as she was meaning to continue, and I think that's just showing you she really is going to town this weekend. She's really bringing the greatest treat she can, and at £7.95 she does have a week off after this. This is her final shift for a couple of days. Well, I say a couple of days. She's got Wednesday, Thursday off, which means she has a whole week off. So that means you won't get to see Kimbo's prices till next Monday. And as yet, I'm not entirely sure who's going to be covering Kimbo. Oh, Helena on Wednesday and Dion on Thursday. There we go. So there we go. So we do know. Do check those out as soon as you can, enjoy them. But for Kimbo's price points, bearing in mind she won't be in the next few days, she's not got any thoughts as to what might be said about her prices. She doesn't need to worry about that. I love that. Ooh, a wee bit left over that chocolate bar we were having earlier, Linda.
Oh, well, let's...
We have to have a little bit of a coffee break with that. You just, oh, you look so wonderful in that colour. I love it. Linda is going to be working with pumpkins. Well, I'm calling them pumpkins. Are they sunflowers, I think, is the official name of them.
They're really pretty. Yeah, I've been giving it some thought as well.
Oh, have
you? A bit early on a Sunday to start thinking. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna
have to kick in at some point.
Yeah.
Yes. They do actually look like pumpkins there, sitting on your hand.
I think it was just the colour more so that made me think of a pumpkin, maybe more so than the...
Well, red jasper is it's a gemstone of a particular sort of rich, earthy red, and it's from India, so it is very much that sort of Indian earth red, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful. And having those little inroads in those little indentations, again, that's taking a lot of care in styling this particular cut of this gemstone. We can use those. Certainly wire workers can make a lot of use from that. Just sort of think about it.
Get into the groove.
Yeah, very much. Get into it, I like it.
You have for yourself 12mm in a pack, the size 12mm, and you get 5 in a pack. Well, we're giving you 3 packs. So not just 1 or 2, 3 packs. Now you can use anything you can find down here. I love that. I look to see, I'm hoping to see all these amazing things, and I see a big cleaning roll. But
that's a challenge, isn't it?
Well, you can make a toilet paper dress.
Yep.
Maybe not. We did that for my brother's fiance's engagement.
I've done that before. I actually wore one of those at the Queen's coronation. I've got
dress.
the photograph of me screaming. I was 3, I think. Screaming. It was so cold that June. And I'd got a paper dress on, made up of that particular chocolate bar colours, and I was basically a bar of milk chocolate.
In the purple variety.
Why would you be that? But yeah.
I was Annie Apple for school.
Sheila was the queen.
I can imagine. She'd get the weave down to
she got all the ermine wrap and everything. You know, there was she was fine. There's me in my paper dress.
At least you weren't a cardboard apple. That's what I want.
True.
FAGC 91, should we get a price on for you? So that's 3 packs. 5 in a pack for £12.95. They're 12mm in size. They are, as you say, that earthy red, that rich, deep. And it's, what do you mean, here we go, though? You can't just say, she's off again.
She's off again. Well, she's going away, isn't she? She's leaving it all behind.
Oh, that's about 66 pence each. Gosh, you pay more at a pick and mix.
You do? Yeah, a lot more.
And the sweeties don't last that long, especially if they're in my pick and mix.
Yeah. I bought one of those long thingy snakes for one of my nieces.
Well, they're good for your money. They're good ones.
Yeah, but they're more
heavy though, aren't they?
Exactly.
Mark and Naughty Mature said they look like oh yeah, terracotta. It's amazing to think they are natural and hand carved. Thank you, Mark, for just reminding us that. Sometimes you can get a bit blasé.
I think so. I think it's great when customers text in and say that. Mark, I think that's a brilliant comment. It's, you know, I hadn't actually thought of that, but the hand carving of it obviously adds to the whole value. The whole process equates to value, doesn't it?
What are you thinking of doing with them?
Well,
or have you not started thinking?
No, I have started thinking. And do you want to just put, if you can, my fingers are a little bit fatter than yours, but something a bit like that, which will enable me to have a drop for an earring, a drop off of, say, a charm bracelet, even just off of a gold chain, earrings, whatever. But I think that's working quite well, and it's sitting beautifully. And all that is a decorative head pin in the centre, but it's giving me the opportunity of having that front plane as opposed to like a rondelle sitting side by side. Yeah, so there's a lot that I think you'll be able to do with this particular gemstone. Yeah, and cut of it anyway.
Oh, I'm excited for you, Linda. £9.95. I'll leave all 12 of these here with you. I can't wait to see. Well, the fact that you've just done that, I love that. What an amazing, amazing idea. Enjoy. Have
Thank
fun.
You very much.
Not too much fun, though.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
I'm going to go back over and I'll see Linda in a paper dress. With her pumpkins on. Or sunflowers, whatever time of year you're using them, you can decide what you want to use them as. Pink slide drilled freshwater culture pearls. Let's get them on. Oh! 8 weeks and 2 days to what, please, Claire? Don't tell me you're going back to Australia. That's all right then. You're going on holiday, aren't you? Oh! Director Claire's going on holiday. They're doing this to distract me. They do it on purpose because they go really, really low and I'm off talking about something else. And then I can't stop them taking the price low. And I do try now and again because sometimes they just go ridiculously low. Stunning with the rhodium chain, especially the fact that now they're side drilled, but I think they're side drilled and top drilled as well. They look more like little pear drops to me. Look at that. So it's drilled at the side, but can you see it's at the top of the side on many of them? That's why they look more like little drops the way they've been drilled. So that's for that chain that I've got on, as Linda was suggesting, perfect if you want to do that sort of style of one single drop, especially for earrings as well. We don't often get pearls like this. These are going to be so popular. Oh, I can just, the colour is very reminiscent to the 3 strands that we had yesterday. Or was it the day before? We had 3 strands of pearls, really soft in their colour, really pretty. I think it was on Friday actually, I think it was with Sheila, and they were so pretty, and these are very reminiscent colour, and with the style of the drop, or the style of the drill hole here, where it is in the gem, very, very to the top of the gem, giving you almost like a drop style idea. I think this would look great with them. Of course, in the first kit that we've got coming up, do you think Linda would have chosen pearls in it? Yes. So there's going to be some great inspiration for you there, having a look at the first kit that you might want to add these in. Do you think this would, now I know the first kit is more of a white pearl idea, but do you think these would have a possibility, a place within that kit?
Without a doubt. Yeah. As a contrast, definitely. I mean, they're absolutely delicious colour. They're that sort of a real dusky pink. It says irregular rice bead, but to me it looks more like a drop, because they're quite sort of chunky through the centre. Do you find an advantage with that, the fact that they're more drilled at the top of the pearl, they're side drilled, and that means therefore you're going to get more on the strands than if they were top to bottom, and then they're drilled at the top of the pearl rather than in the middle on the majority of them? So is that going to make... where are they drilled, those? So they tend to be more the top? Yes, they
not
give
the
you...
middle, but at the top.
You see, exactly, if you restrand now, they're going to give an interesting look, aren't they? Because that's how they're sitting together side by side. But beautiful just as a single pearl drop off of the silver chain.
I think we need to do that.
Definitely for earrings as well. And it might be quite an idea just to see how they ladder weave. I can see there that you're going to have a nice sort of shaped gap in the centre of a ladder weave because you've got the 4 sitting together. So always experiment with things, particularly when you get like what I call a crowded temporary strand.
Yes.
See how a ladder weave looks. That's the first thing I normally do, and then go from there, because you can always drop from ladder weaves as well.
In fact, if anyone hasn't seen a ladder weave, Sheila showed us just on Friday morning on, I think, our first kit that we had. So within the first sort of half hour of the show you might have seen, or an hour of the show you might have seen that ladder weave. If you haven't had the experience of seeing Linda or any of our guest designers before, do it. 8 by 5mm to 10 by 6mm in size. They are so lustrous. I can't stop looking at them. Oh, and there we go. So for a style and drill pearl that we haven't really had very often at all, we've taken it to what I genuinely feel to be a very affordable price point for real, genuine pearls. Lots of people on the phone lines, 0800 or 0800 644 655, or JewelleryMaker.com on the wibbly wobbly wet pearls. But this quality for 8 by 5 to 10 by 6mm down to just £9.95. Wow. These are stunning. I've got some J-hooks for you, so I'm going to do that for you now. Quickly, Kim, they may not be, but are these by any chance natural? Because the lustre on them and the orient on them is magnificent. And I always tend to look at the drill hole to see if there's any excess colour. And I can't see. So to me, they look like there's a possibility there. Natural. I don't have any documentation saying they're not, but we'll check on those, because they, to me, are very special, and if they are, that's even more of a treat at that price. Right, only 44 of these in stock, but ooh, oh gosh, I'm seeing so many things are going through my head right now. Not just jewellery making, for sort of household ideas as well. Maybe just because I was in that Q&B shop the other day. So you've got the 3 colours, the rose gold, the silver, and the gold colour. So 10 of each, 22 by 12mm. And they are solid, aren't they? Would you link them together and make a bracelet? Is that what you do, Kimbo? Different metals, you want to alternate it. All right. The producer with me today is Kimbo, which is why I'm talking to her. So you want me to... Well, how do I do that, though? You want me to take the jump ring off and... All righty. There we go. Take it off. We're going to attach it with the jump ring. Gosh, this is taking me a while, isn't it? Quite enjoying doing it though, Kimbo. Kimbo wanted me to do... Oh, I don't know how I'm stuck. Linda, I'm stuck. I was trying to join all the bracelets together. Where do I go now?
Ah, right. Okay. Well, I would...
Should I do it through that bit
yes,
instead?
I'd possibly loop it. Yeah, possibly loop to loop like that. Yeah.
We have lots of interest in these. Probably not for my style of jewellery making with Kimbo's idea. I've done it wrong. I think wrong. Well, you can't really go wrong in jewellery making, but it wasn't what I was intending. You can join us with 30 pieces here, 10 of each colour. You get 22 by 12mm in size, 10mm for you. It's your jump ring. Should be £15.95 is all we're looking for. Looks quite nice if you match the ring, change the rings over with the different metal colours.
If you want to do that linking, if you see where the jump ring's dropping on the VT on the screen, you know where the jump ring's dropping in that wide part?
Yes.
So you've got your jump ring there anyway, and then put your other jump ring in the closed part, and just jump ring them all together. Literally, so if you've got a closed part, that closed part there, pop a jump ring in and then attach it like that, because then just the tension will just slightly close up the little clasp so that the jump ring can't slip out, that one there.
Yeah.
The little gold one that's dangling there, and then jump ring them together. I think Debbie Bulford did a necklace in them, which was stunning. She did all the different colours, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be on your Facebook, probably will be on Facebook for you to have a wee gander at that actually. Join us on the phone lines, join us on the web. You get rose gold, yellow gold, silver, all colours and plated on top of your copper. We're taking it down in price because it's a Sunday morning. Possibly the last time we'll be seeing these, because we've got them all in today's show at $12.95. You're getting 30 in total and 10 of each colour. I do actually quite like it with the double jump ring mix of colour in the middle there. Lots and lots of multi-bids coming through. Christina, I'm from Renfrewshire. Kathleen's in there as well. Cecilia's in. Oh, Cecilia. Jane's in. Lots and lots of you coming through. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today on the web, on the phone lines, whichever is most convenient. It's a free phone number from your UK landlines, as well as some mobile providers as well now. My mobile provider sent me a little text message the other day to tell me that 800 numbers are free from my mobile phone. So do check with your network providers and see if it's free. I know EE and O2 both have free to 0800 numbers, but maybe you can let me know if yours is the same, or if that's something you haven't got, so you'd rather join me on the web. We did have a limited amount of them. These are the last in stock. We've put them all together. We've reduced the price for you, so the boutique collection is now £12.95. Get it as soon as you can. And now I'm going to go and join Linda for the boutique collection. Oh, love a boutique collection, and I think Sunday is the best day to do it. Do you think?
I do.
I reckon Sundays.
Everybody's just getting up and having a lazy breakfast, lazy bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I'm watching.
When I went home yesterday, somebody had been cooking a bacon sandwich in my apartment block, and I could smell it. Oh, it was delicious. A bacon bagel you want, Claire? We've got a pyjama show coming up in a few weeks' time, so we think maybe we could have a bacon sarnies and a rolled sausage. Oh, lovely. Right. Boutique collection is always something that many of you will really save for and put your money aside for and look forward to. Not that you don't look forward to other kits, I don't mean it like that with any disrespect, but with these, what you want is a very special high-end collection. It's like when you go to a hotel, you can go to any hotel, you can go one side of the motorway, you can go to a fancy one, or you can go to a boutique hotel. And most people would save to go to that special boutique hotel for that special experience. Maybe once, maybe now and again, once every couple of years, maybe once for a special birthday or an anniversary or an engagement. Something special for me, boutique screams for me, and for many of you too. So for us to have the luxury of having Linda on the show and to have the quality that Linda does sort of choose for you, that high-end boutique luxury, it's something that we don't have to try and put together ourselves. You are such an expert at it. You put it together so beautifully that it's worth the wait, I think, when we get a boutique collection. It's one that you wait for, and when you get it,
I think this one is going to be well in my top 10 of boutique collections, definitely, for lots of reasons.
You have
excuse me,
I'm going to start off with the chains, because you have two stunning chains. It's the same chain, and you've been that decadent, we've got two of them.
It's my favourite chain, that's why. So sorry, I know I shouldn't have favourites, but I just love the design of this chain. I think it's exquisite how it picks up the light and the sparkles.
And as we were seeing earlier with the previous early bird, a chain like this, especially with the detail, you can simply wear it on its own.
Absolutely, you can.
Of course, you can wear it with gemstones and pendants, and of course we've got that within the collection, within the kit. Linda's got that to show you too. But to be able to have these two And they are boutique style chains. I mean, this is something you save for a boutique. We wouldn't do this on a daily basis. This is something extra special. The fluidity of the chain for me is very important, because when you wear a necklace, you want it to flow along the neckline. You don't want it to sit all higgledy-piggledy. You want to have that fluidity, that movement, and that is also to do with the design of the style of chain as well as the quality of the precious metal that's been used. And again, the most lustrous precious metal is so sparkly. That's your silver. So you get 2 chains in your silver, both with extender chains on them and a bolt ring clasp on there. 3 strands of pearls. I love that.
Excuse me.
As you do. It's that chocolate I gave you earlier.
Yes,
Sorry, it's got me going to cough.
It's just the air conditioning drying my throat as well. Yes, I sort of am quite a big believer in on some boutiques or some kits putting in a multi-strand of the same strand, basically. I mean, the way you're handling those pearls there now, can you just see that as a fantastic choker, you know, for any occasion, weddings, any occasion, or just to wear, you know. So I thought, well, with this one, I had the opportunity of putting these 3 strands in. I thought, yes, I'm going to. And I'm really pleased that I did, because it's uniform. So if you want to do any weaving, you've got the uniformity. It just opens out perhaps a little bit more creativity, just a smidge. And I think a little bit more of a guide, perhaps, to new jewellery makers. It doesn't. You think, well, you know, I haven't got to think about 3 different looking pearls.
And also, as you said, with the uniformity, you can create complete suites of jewellery and have that same matching. Whereas if it was different strands, you might have 2 left in the strand that didn't match the other strand, and you might think, oh, will this work? Whereas these, you know, they work together. It's the same strand shape, it's the same size, it's the same pearl. Then you've gone for, I mean, the classic brilliance and luster and clarity, which is a complete contrast actually to your pearls, because pearls, we don't have clarity in them, so it's a lovely, lovely mix to have that. And then to have this sort of nugget style, quite organic with the look.
Yes, you can. I mean, nuggets, I love chips and nuggets. I always have done. But I just think with something that sparkles like this and has that clarity, then I think it's perfect match, to be truthful. Is a white pearl. This being topaz, it's got that extra sort of a slight hint of blues going through it, so it is quite, you know,
natural beauty,
exactly. I mean, I can see it popping out there.
It's a very soft, natural sky blue, and that's one of the hardest varieties of blue topaz to get, because a lot of people tend to dye your topaz or heat your topaz or irradiate it or treat it in a certain way to get the colour. But when it's natural white and you get that odd hint of blue, it's very, very prized, in fact. So you've actually got yourself quite a special strand without even maybe realising it. So don't be annoyed if you get some blue in your white strand. It's actually a really, really special moment.
Gorgeous, absolutely.
With it being November's birthstone, was that part of the reason for putting it in as opposed to a white quartz, or was it just because you wanted it?
I think topaz has been, I've always found the word topaz interesting, actually. It just conjures up most sort of delicious feeling somehow. I don't know why, I just love that word topaz. So when I saw the topaz...
it comes from the word topazius, meaning to seek.
It's a beautiful
so maybe
word.
You were seeking.
Yeah. Well, I've been, led by the gemstone. I like that one very much. I'm going to take that one if I can.
You have
led
it.
by the gemstones.
Enjoy it.
Yes.
And then you've added in button pearls.
Yeah, the half-drilled pearls, which are really exquisite. The sheen on them, the nacre on them is just divine, and again, they're really uniform, so exquisite for earrings.
And they are very much so the top quality. We've set aside that you're not getting thousands, you're not getting a strand of them. Obviously, it would be hard to strand a half-drilled button pearl, but what you're getting is, in fact, 5 pairs, so 10 of these selected as pairs by our team, so they are meant to be pearls. It's not that you might just happen upon they might match. They are selected as 10 individual pearls that work as 5 pairs. Whether you choose to use them or not, or whether you choose to use them as the 10 individual ones, that's of course your prerogative. I can't say that word without thinking of Britney Spears. You have got glue coming up later. We have got half-drilled earring posts as well as pendant findings, so they're going to be coming up in just a second, literally in a second, so don't worry if you're thinking I don't have the glue, I don't have anything to post them into. We have got all that, it's all already worked out, don't you worry about that. We are actually on the ball for once. Must be because you don't. And we've got these amazing gold drusies.
They are so delicious, aren't they? And strangely enough, there should be 5.
Oh, maybe one slipped off.
I think one's gone astray on its journey across here, because there was 5 in mine and there's 5 in my sample here. So I'm virtually certain you're going to get 5. They are just... I was so excited when I saw those. I hadn't seen them in the flesh before, so when I actually got the kit from the warehouse, I thought, wow, just marriage made in heaven, just perfect for the backdrop of the pearls, the chain and the topaz. There couldn't be anything more dramatically spot on than these window drusies. They're just gorgeous.
And they are really spectacular as well as a gem. The fact that that is natural.
Look at it. Yeah, just look at it.
Colour
Sparkling,
is dyed, but
just like a diamond. Beautiful.
Imagine that, a big gold rock on your finger if you made one into a ring.
Yeah, definitely.
And they just steal the show, and it's hard to think anything could steal the show from a pearl, but in this pretty as you like piece, well, this one hasn't got any pearls, this is just simply with the chain. But when you look at this one with the pearls, it really does, it's not only in level with the pearls, it actually almost takes a little bit of a, I'm going to look at that druzy because that's something extra special. I haven't seen that before.
Exactly.
I've seen a pearl, but I haven't seen these.
No, exactly. I think that particularly that type of design would probably be in a little window in a bijou jeweller's on its own,
with no price tag.
With no price tag, just literally for the rarity of it. As I say, this is the first time I've seen this personally.
It's divine. To charge for something like this, the reason we say no price tag is because when you go to stores, usually they ask in a boutique store or bijou stores, you suggested people would come in, you would have to ask for a price. It would be price upon request, as opposed to putting a price tag in a window with it.
Yes.
If it was with sterling silver findings, what would you charge for something?
Well, that is sterling silver wire,
right?
That one. I mean, we've got some wire coming up as a sort of
go
a part
with.
too. That really is going to be, again, it's where you're selling. I'm a great believer in pitching your prices, doing that research and having that very much in mind before you price. You might put that somewhere in a high-end craft fair or a very high-end sort of hotel, little lobby area or something like that, or
Gleneagles has a really big lobby with
lots of
jewellers
hotels.
in there.
Lots of hotels do. So there, I'm probably going to look at 3 figures.
Yeah.
But you know, just make sure that you pitch your margins to suit your time that you've that you've put in as well. So you've got to do all of that working out first. But that to me is probably something between 79 and probably, I could go right up probably to about 140. I mean, Angela would probably be able to tell you more about something like that. But it's very much where you're selling.
So if all of this kit was about £61.60 for all of this together,
you should get your money back on that one.
Just that one alone, and that's maybe just using one strand of pearls, or maybe one and a bit. What should we do for you today, though? We're not going to do £61.60.
Wow.
We're going to do 49. We're doing £49.95. So it's 2 sterling silver chains. Even if you're just looking at £25 for a sterling silver chain, that's you covered. You get 2 chains in there, £25 a piece. 3 strands of genuine pearls in there. They're all the same size. They are 6x5mm. The pearl buttons, which you get 10 of, are coming in at 7x5mm in your half drill button pearls. On top of that, your druzy are 20x15mm. Now, in my information, it says silver window druzy, but to me they look more gold. It's got for me, it's got a lovely hint of gold. What do you think?
No, to me, yes, I can see where you're coming from. I think it's how the light's hitting it. I think it's yes, I can see where the sort of
it's like
a warm light hits it, that you can see a sort of a gold sparkle coming out.
I can see that. Pure luxury. It's got the both.
Yeah.
So £49.95. Enjoy that. Now you'll be looking at this thinking, Ali, there's earrings, there's studs. How am I going to attach the half button drill pearls? Don't need to worry to We've got an entire extra add-on treat. Now this is so special. I was due to launch these earrings the other day and we couldn't do them because we didn't have the half drilled button pearls.
That's right, yeah.
And today we've got them, and isn't it perfect? You've got these as well as the matching earring posts. So you've got the studs. If I turn them up, they're almost like little clamshells ready for that pearl to be popped in there. Get your butterfly backing and your post. The post is in the middle of each one, and it's not too high, it's just right, just enough sterling silver there for you to add your half drilled pearls. So you've got both of those. They have a 925 sterling silver stamp. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and turn it around and take the post, the butterfly off the post there for you so you can see. But there is just there at the top, oh sorry, at the back at the top. In fact, it might be easier if I sit it on the, turn it round. Can you see that there? It's on the post as well, but here at the top there's a 925 sterling silver stamp at the base and the back of the sterling silver almost cocoon that you have there. Then you have this pair. Again, there's a 925 sterling silver stamp on each post of your pair of earrings. And you have the elegance here with those, again, those drops half drilled. Now if they are a little bit longer than your half drilled button pearls, you can always snip a little bit off.
Yes, you can.
You do it gradually, don't you?
Yeah,
You wouldn't just snip a bit.
No. Yeah. Measure it first with the pearl or whatever you're dropping from it, and then just sort of looking at the gap and judging it, erring on the side of caution every time. But then you have got the little cap, you see, that also adheres to it as well.
Yes.
But the object is to try and not show any of the little stick. I mean, I've done the drop earrings in a couple of different guises using those. I've also used that as a pendant drop. I've also done the stud earrings, and they've all worked absolutely perfectly. The stud earrings are just divine. You can see them there. You know, and
you've used that earring and turned it into actually a pendant.
Yeah.
That's if I move that to the side. Now, many people get excited about the gram weight in silver, and I'm just going to show you these as I tell you exactly what you've got. These are stunning,
beautiful, aren't they?
and these you've used straight away in a pair of earrings. I'm noticing without even having to search for them. You can notice them because of all the sparkle. With silver or any precious metal, but silver in particular, a lot of people look for a gram weight. We don't often have it, we do now and again, depending on what we've got. This has a gram weight. Earring wise, you're getting 3 pairs in the sterling silver with the half drilled for you for the studs. You're getting 3 pairs which are 20 by 3 mil for the earring post with the drop, and you're getting 10 of these discs plus the E6000 plus a wire. Now the wire that you're getting is sterling silver 0.6 mil gauge and a full meter of it. All of that is just shy of 4 times the gram weight of an average wedding band, as in 4 wedding bands. And if you think about it, it's 11 grams in here. That doesn't count the gram weight of the glue, that's not included. Just for the silver alone, with a meter of wire, 10 of your discs, 20, you're getting 2 packs of 10, right? You get 20, that's even more than 20 of your discs, forgive me, 2 packs of 10, as well as your 1, 2, definitely 3 pairs. There's lots of butterfly backings because they've not been put on yet, and 3 pairs in here of the studs. So that's giving you 6 pairs of earrings, 3 studs, 3 drops, 20 of your discs, a meter of your sterling silver 0.6 mil gauge wire, plus your E6000, which is your industrial strength and clear. Should be looking at £41.70 for all of this at Jewellery Maker's price, not elsewhere. What we would normally, just adding it together, would charge, but we're going to do a reduction because you're getting all of it together. Well, if that isn't a price point to treat yourself to, sterling silver, especially if any of you've got any of your button pearls at home, obviously they are perfect with the kit. That's the whole purpose of it. It's part 2 of the kit. The reason we've separated them is so we can do 2 different reductions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also so we can cater for everybody. You might just be looking for the glue and the sterling silver findings. You might just have the glue already, and you might just be looking for the pearls and the button drops. So we've separated them so you've got the best of both worlds. Obviously, if you want to do the designs that Linda's made, and quite rightly so, you'll need both. But it's giving you the option of being able to choose whether you want to go for the silver because you have the pearls, or vice versa, you want the pearls because you have the bits of silver. Many of you, I doubt, will have these silver findings, because the posts, I know we held back because we didn't have the half button jewel pearls, and we wanted to have the right pearls to go with them, which is why we held these earrings back. We had 108. It's going to be selling out, so do make sure, if you haven't already, given us a wee tinkle on that number. It is free on the phone lines, or alternatively on the web. It's JewelleryMaker.com, whichever is most convenient for you. Just drop us a wee line. Now, you're very going to kindly give us a wee guide as to how to make. Let me move it. I'll move that for you. You're fine. I'll do a wee slide.
The bracelet on the end there, which is on a silver-plated copper chain. Actually, that one is. I thought I'd just do that. We haven't sort of done it at that because that started off as a necklace. And then another design jumped into my head that I wanted to do, which is the one actually just behind your hand now. So I wanted to keep back a few pearls, so I've turned it into a bracelet. So it basically has a beaded bead centre. Beaded bead, I won't go over now. There's many a demonstration, and there's a tutorial on the web for a beaded bead, which is basically a ladder weave grown a little bit. But popping in the little decorative bits along the way, I'll just quickly cover that now. I'm using the silver-plated copper simply because I haven't got any sterling silver chain left. If you want to use the silver chain that's in the kit, yep, you can, but you're going to have to use 0.25 wire on that, okay? Because there are the little holes, because they are little links on that silver chain. There are tiny little links that are held together, so it will work. It'll probably take a little bit more concentration, but it certainly will work. So I will cut off some of this chain. Now, take more than you think you're going to need, because it's so much easier to obviously take away than it is to add. Oh!
It's a little tiny little groove.
Yeah, it got stuck in my groove. This particular chain here has got little decorative, it's a little Figaro chain, it's got little decorative links in between each of the links. So to start it off, if you're using chains that have got sort of a large link, or any link whatsoever, which most chain obviously does, then count in, and you must count on this particular thing, because obviously we've got to have exactly the same again down here.
Oh yes.
So I better just cut a little bit. This won't be the same length, but I'll just cut it off. And
is there, just quickly, is there a particular part of the chain where it's best to cut, or
yes, yes, sorry, I've got a little bit of a voice problem today, and that just came out. The little links in between, it's better to cut on the tiny links, because it's easier for most of us to attach to larger links of chain than it is to the smaller one. Awesome. And also the little ones in between are linkable, but you're going to lose 2 little links if you cut there, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. You are going to lose those 2 little links there together, but I would rather lose those to be perfect than the large ones, which are much easier to dangle from or attach, certainly to attach any clasp to.
Thank you.
So if you just sort of add up how many you're going to go in, because don't forget, at the end of a bracelet or of a necklace, you're going to be drawing those in together. So when you come to the end there, you're going to be jump ringing in here, probably 1 jump ring to link those two, and then a couple of jump rings to come down to your clasp, okay? So move in so that you get that nice natural curve there, otherwise it's going to be too bulky. So take a length of your wire and do half of a wrapped loop. So we just push forward, flick the wrist round and bring it back, okay? Just keep on warming the wire, and it'll behave beautifully, and you'll get a nice, we're aiming to get this nice round there so that it doesn't get stuck anywhere. And then just I'm taking it into my third link from the end and let that drop, and then pop the pliers back in where they fit, and then continue round and wrap as close as you can to the plier using that as a mandrel, and then very carefully making sure that you're snipping in the right place, take off your excess, and then take one of the strands of your pearls, and they're beautiful, aren't they? They're absolutely stunning. They are really, really stunning.
I just can't believe there's so many on it.
There are. Yeah, just perfect. Now you can put as many on as you want. That's obviously going to gauge the width of the bracelet or the width of the necklace. Pop on, I'm using 2. Pop on all 2 of them, and then again letting the whole thing dangle. So you've now got your chain with a little bit of excess here. You've got your 2 pearls and you've got your wire. Pop on your pliers again. Now keep a lot of tension, on the hand that's holding the wire, a lot of tension going down on the pearl, because what we don't want is too much of a neck. Now with a wrap loop you will get a little neck. It's simply the way that we make a wrap loop. It just gives you that little neck to wind around. But if you can, just keep it as near to the end, so you're going to get as small a loop as possible. Keep it as near to the end of the pliers as possible, and keep lots of tension there. So push away, and then flick your wrist round and pop it back in again, making sure that you're right on that very, very end, and bring around. Keep that really tense, keep a lot of tension on there, so that you've only got the smidge of a little neck there. And then on the other length of chain, attach to its corresponding third link, and let that drop. So now I'm literally dropping with the 2 lengths of chain which are going to form the bracelet or the necklace, whichever it is that you're making. Pop the pliers back in again, just as tiny way in as possible, keeping the chain out of the way. Wrap around again. Do this quite slowly, because you've got sort of a couple of lengths of chain there. You don't want to trap either of them, other than actually in that little loop. You don't want to trap one here and then one in the loop, because that's just not going to work. And again, snip off your excess as close as you can. If you've got flush cutters, then that's the tool to, see, I went in too, let me just do that one again. I went in too close. That's exact. Now if I'd have got my flush cutters, that absolutely would not have happened.
I think that was our fault, because we tried to get you
my head was in the way. Yeah, my head was in the way. I just took my eye off the game, but you get the picture. Let me just go in again one more time.
Just as you're doing that, I'm just going to read a message from Vida. She's texting to say, whoa, Linda, what a magnificent kit. I know your designs are always awesome, but this one is perfection. The topaz in a bubble bracelet sparkles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's great to have some feedback like that, because you know, everybody has their different routes of creativity, their different thoughts, and a different product that they end up with. So I can see that bubble bracelet now, and I want to make it. Yeah. So it's great sharing those sort of ideas, isn't it? I want to make that bubble bracelet now with this topaz. Right. So again, let me just quickly go in. So I'm just going to go into any loop and pop my pliers back in again, keeping it as closely as possible, winding it around. Hopefully I won't cut the wrong part now, but say if you've got flush cutters, please use them. And then we're starting. See the length of the bracelet, excuse that bit there, but that actually is if that was a little bit more centered to this one, then you can see where we're going. So we're growing a ladder. And then when you come to the end, leave those same 3 loops on the end. But as you come halfway through, that is when I've popped in the beaded bead in exactly the same way as you would do. You just put your wire through the middle of the beaded bead and form a wrap loop either side. And that actually does govern, I've noticed with these pearls that actually does govern your width, but so the 2 pearls either side of the beaded bead actually works. Unfortunately, fortunately I should say, it looks a lot better on than it does on this static bracelet.
Just have to try it
you know,
on.
the static bracelets.
Not very accurate to a person's wrist, really, are they?
No, they're not, and they don't. Well, they're not the same shape as a wrist. Nobody's got a wrist that shape. But with the little dangles on afterwards, those are added on after I added the clasp and everything. Just added the little wrap loop dangles on.
It's stunning. Thank you so much. We messaged in for Linda. Linda, as always, your jewellery is beautiful. If I saw the 3-strand pearl and druzy necklace in a shop, I'd expect to pay £199 or more for it.
Yeah. Again, thanks for the comment, because it's your perception that counts. You see, so if you perceive that, then we're right.
Good, Linda. Thank you so much. But 2 more kits with Linda still to do. But let's have a look at your Wall of Fame offers. Oh, this is a fun moment for us today. 240, and it's got pearls.
Oh, it has.
It's almost as if you're reading our minds today. Let's have a wee quick look. Oh, this is a quick one. It's from Irene out in County Armagh. Irene said, a ruby and pearl set, all materials from JM, of course. Love to all at JM. Oh, thank you so much, Irene. As I say, you're out in County Armagh and your number is 240. Good luck.
Gorgeous, so wearable,
isn't it?
So wearable. Some beautiful wire work here. This is 241, and it's from Julie in Bolton. And Julie says, hello everyone, here's my entry for the Wall of Fame. It's a turquoise netted cabochon. It's my first attempt at capturing a cab. Well, it's beautiful.
Well
I
done.
tried it first in a 0.25 but wasn't happy with the end result, so tried it in a 0.4, which I found much easier to handle. I can't find a tutorial on making a bracelet with a cabstone. If you could give me a few tips, that would be great. Thanks for all the wonderful designs, and that's have a fab day. Love from Julie in Bolton. Julie, I think if you just sort of go through the Facebook images, I think Laura did one yesterday afternoon. She did it.
I missed it yesterday afternoon.
Wrapped. So even just go back to yesterday. I think Laura did one yesterday afternoon on the DI.
Great, thanks for that, Linda. And well done to you. What a first attempt.
Beautiful.
242. Talking of Laura binding, there was a tree workshop on the other day. This is from Mary R out in Inverclyde. Oh, I used to spend many a holiday down in Inverclyde visiting my friend in Wemsby. Hi all at JM. I haven't felt brave enough to send any of my creations for a very long time, as the quality and standard of the jewellery sent in is so high. Some designs are absolutely terrific and my makes seem so inferior. However, I have found the courage, as I'm proud of this and how it's turned out. This is a multi-gem tree made with leftover nuggets, and it's a great way of using up leftovers. The gems are neon apatite, blue apatite, peridot and citrine, amethyst, aventurine, and a few turquoise, all sourced from JM. I watch the shows every day and love the guest designers. They're wonderful. My favourites are Mark and Jan with the wire, Claire, Sarah and Debbie B. Oh, how can I choose? There are so many. You are a great team, presenters and all the staff behind the scenes. Keep the shows coming and the prices. Whoa! Wishing you all the best, peeps. And that's yours from Mary in Inverclyde. Oh, thank you, Mary, and well done. And please don't ever think your designs won't be good enough. Send them in. We want to see them. It doesn't matter if it's your first or last or 50th attempt. Give it a go. Send it in. It's always worth entering, I think. And you're number 242.
Gorgeous.
What a pretty tree.
This is nice. That's a nice peridot in there. This is 243. and it's from Sarah in Gloucestershire. Sarah says, "Hi Jewellery Maker, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame this week, and it's made with amethyst, peridot, silver-plated wire and jump rings, all from Jewellery Maker. The clasp is from my stash. I've used the gizmo technique from Mark's DVD to make the peridot beads, and then threaded all the beads onto the beading wire. The clasp can be worn at the front or at the back for a more traditional looking necklace. Hoping for a win. Good luck to all in the Wall of Fame this week." And that's Sarah in Gloucestershire. Sarah, that's beautiful. Again, incredibly wearable. Done. Beautiful.
Really, I love green and purple.
Yeah.
Such a stunning combination. Pretty as you like, isn't it? This, it's a little charm. Is that the teddy bear charm?
It looks like a teddy bear, yeah.
244. Morning, I made this bracelet for a first birthday present for my friend's little girl. It's all 925 sterling silver. I bought your teddy bear charms a while ago, and this bracelet, with this bracelet in mind. I added peridot coins for her birthstone, and I'm hoping to give her a new charm every year. Oh, that's such a lovely idea.
It's a good idea. No.
Good luck to everyone. Love watching them off and seeing what everybody comes up with your wonderful gemstones. Love from Chantal out in Suffolk. Chantal, what a wonderful first birthday present. Well done to you. That's just gorgeous. And you're number 244. And we love seeing all your designs too, so get them sent in to us as soon as you can. Coming up later on as a presenter's pick for you, I'll be bringing you my favourite Chrome Diopside.
Look at that.
Whew. Now that is Chrome Diopside if ever I saw some. Russian Diopside, this one is. It's totally natural, and it's a limited edition of only 39. And we're bringing it to you 12 p.m. GMT time. As well as that, I have for you Smoky quartz on the other side of a very short break. The break will be telling you how to get a toolkit, because you might have been seeing Linda use her tools and think, oh, do I need some of those? We've got offers of different styles of toolkits, so this will tell you how to get a hold of them. And do not forget, if you're watching us between 12 and 1 p.m, we have a summer sale with many treats going under £6.95. Just don't tell our management and we'll be all right, I think we'll be fine. More kits from Linda and lots more treats, so we'll see you in just a wee second.
We all know having the right tools for the job is important, so we here at Jewellery Maker have designed a toolkit which includes all your essential pliers for jewellery making, including round nose and flat nose pliers, wire cutters, as well as a bead reamer, snips and tweezers. You've got everything you need for just £9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
If you're new to Jewellery Maker, simply contact our call centre and we'll send you a tutorial DVD and Get Started booklet, all free of charge. The fastest way to shop with Jewellery Maker is by going to our website. Just click on the Sign Up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Hello, sorry, did you catch me playing with all my sparkly treats? You just tuned in, it's good to see you. What have you been up to today? Hopefully you've had some brekkie. If not, well, maybe wait for a second and have this first. These are, oh gosh, look, with my pearl bracelet that I've got on from a previous show, which I managed to dibs. I think these would look gorgeous. They just happened upon my wrist, the way they set there, just the way I'd put my smoky quartz down. Love, love, love a smoky quartz. And I think and this is my genuine thoughts and opinions, probably, maybe it's because I met Linda as one of our first guest designers, but every time I think of smoky quartz, I think of it as an evening gemstone. The first person I think of is Linda. Because Linda, you and I talk about this gemstone, and we have done, I think, since we first saw it. Smoky quartz, the evening gemstone. There's so much quality to smoky quartz. It sometimes gets overlooked, I think, because it's a quartz, and I think that's such a shame.
Yeah, you're probably right, because we've got the word quartz in there, but it's stunning. It's been, I think it's probably about after working here for about a month, I came across smoky quartz, and I've loved it ever since. It's got everything that you need from a gemstone for an evening gemstone. If you don't want to wear black, then this is the next one to go for, that, because it's got that shimmer, it's got that sophistication, it's got that style, and it goes with everything, just the same as a black gemstone does.
Now, you're seeing more than the 2 strands that I have here, and my producer wants me to show them to you. I don't, because I think the price she wants to go to is these 2 strands alone. I think for £8.95, I would be happy with that strand. I'm just going to move my bracelet out of the way just now. So for £8.95, would you be happy per strand to pay £8.95 for that? They are in size 6mm rounds, 80 carats. That's 160 carats. And then on top of it, we're going to add in these as well. 2 strands of nuggets next to the faceted stones. All of this down to £14.95. So for me, happily, that's just looking at your 2 faceted strands, £8.95 for each of those. Not even that, £7.95 for each of those. And then you've got those smoky quartz nuggets to go as well, to go with it. You could split it into individual strands, because bear in mind the 2 at 6mm round are 38 centimetres in length. This is coming in at your 82 centimetres. So the lengths that you've got is superb between the 4 strands. Quantity wise, they're very, very low in quantity, as will the next few opportunities be. The next 20 minutes is full of very, very low stock, but great bundles. Price point wise are just delicious. £14.95 isn't even £5 a strand. It's not even close. It's £5 a strand for these 2, and then this doubler for £5 as well. And you still get me 5p chains. Enjoy those. Now, I've got Peacock Shell Pearl. Here, where's it gone? Do you know what it looks like? It looks like mystic coated hematite. It's amazing. My producer said to me, Ali, you've got a triple trouble on Peacock Shell. And I was thinking, it's like peacock coated or mystic coated hematite. The colour is so bright and it's silver. With this, you can see the purples and the greens coming through. This is fabulous. I can see my face in every single one. That's quite scary. I don't want to see my face that many times. These are stunning. Now they're all the same size. If I turn it around to the back, just so you can see, they've actually been twisted in their strands, just at different lengths, to get that graduation there for you. What do you reckon? RQGC54, and with 10mm in size, they are whoppers. Gosh, they're that weighty, they're tipping the bust over. I'm just going to take them off if that's all right, just so you can see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I think we need these. 38 centimetres in length, 10mm round, and you have the lilacs, the purples, the greens, and that body of this metallic, it's a silver, it's almost like a gunmetal grey silver. Really expensive looking. These look so, oh, do you know what they remind me of? A Tahitian pearl.
Yes, yeah.
Is that what you're thinking as well?
Yes, yeah, you're absolutely spot on, yeah. or sort of that, yeah, the black Tahitian pearl.
They're really rare.
Yeah. Oh, incredibly
And
rare.
you get those in the big sizes, sort of 10 mils, an amazing size. How? $11.95 for 3. Oh, goodness me. Do you know what? We had some amazing treats on yesterday. Did you get the Tanzanite yesterday? Because if you did, that would just be...
Look at that.
So super if you manage to get yourself any of it. Oh my gosh, imagine it with the Chrome Diopside. What's that? I know, buy 1 strand, get 2 strands for nothing.
Goodness.
$9.95 for 1 strand, and the other 2 strands just happen to be there. Imagine it with labradotes coming up, and this is coming up under $5.95 later. Don't know how that's going to happen, but it's going to be. Join me as soon as you can on these ones. 0800 644 655. If you have got any of the silver hematite or the gold hematite, that would look amazing with it. Oh, plain silver from the earlier silver kit. Imagine that. Wowza. I had the next few opportunities I have are all under 100, and they're all triple troubles or deals or bundles of some sort. You've got to get involved in it. You will love these. You can already see, can you see the purples and the pinks coming through and the greens in there? With this sort of, it's like a dark star grey moon shimmering shell pearl. Love this. Love them. The dimension, I love them. Oh, these are going to sell out, so do make sure you try and grab yours before they go.
You know,
Wow.
if you like your macrame, you know Mark's Shambhala bracelet, the big, the 3-row ones. Brilliant, wasn't it, for that? Absolutely stunning.
Could you imagine that? Now I have some white pearls here. No, is this a single strand or is this the bundle, right? I have 35 in stock. Trust me, I've just been told the price. That was the most unattractive face for you to tune into on a Sunday morning. I do apologise if you just saw that. My name is not Ali DeFoy, it's Jenny Cleary. No, it's Ali. I'm joking. She's like me. We pull funny faces. 0800 644 655. Call me now. Seriously, call me now. Join me on the web. Join me on the JewelleryMaker.com website. Join me in any of the apps or however you wish to get involved, but get involved. There are 39 of these in stock. The 4 strands of pearls that you're about to get, and they're straight drill culture pearls, 7 by 8 millimeter on your Baroque. You have your rice pearls in there. You have 7 by 6 mil again for another Baroque strand. You've got 6 by 11 mil and 5 to 6 mil. Are you ready? $17.95 for 4 strands of pearls. This is amazing for a Sunday. For any other day of the week, I don't think we could have done this. I think genuinely because it's a Sunday and many collectors tune in and lots of people join in that can't join us midweek. We want to welcome you, we want to thank you, but we also want to thank the regular viewers too. This is a must. I mean, how much further would this make your first kit go, do you think, Linda?
Absolutely. It's going to double the amount of jewellery that you can make, if not more than that.
We only had 39 opportunities. I won't have that for much longer. Half the stock's already gone. Enjoy them. Call. It's free to call us. If you've got any questions, speak to the contact centre. The colour matching is perfectly, isn't it, with the 7x6 and the 5x6 and the 6x11 mil, even though they're different size strands and different shaped pearls, they're all the exact same colour, which is just perfect, that perfect white. We did, as we say, had a good quantity for you of the other previous treats, but this I only had 39. I think they've just sold out, so well done to you. Oh, ladies are going to get themselves some pearls. Gents, treat those ladies. Is it the big blue magnesite? Do you think it would go with peach? I'm not wearing peach, beige. Oh wait, I don't think I would have tried this if I didn't have my beige dress on today. What do you think?
I really think it works, yeah. I love that blue. That blue goes with virtually everything.
Will definitely go with your outfit.
Yeah, and I
won't
tell
it?
you what, that will really work with that smoky quartz. Pop one of those smoky quartz in between each one, wow.
Oh, and with the size of them,
Yeah,
there's some of the
yeah.
biggest size shapes
Yeah, you've got some nice,
we've
nice contemporary, but easy piece of jewellery, but really contemporary. Oh, I love that blue with smoky quartz.
Ooh.
Isn't it beautiful?
With the and the contrast of the faceting and the hint of clarity with
Absolutely,
the
that
core.
is just magnificent, magnificent. Oh yeah, absolutely. I can just see the strands of the smoky quartz, about 4 strands of smoky quartz, with that put in as the 5th strand, but as the 3rd strand in line, but
Yes.
a 5-strander with that as the 3rd, and the other 4 being the smoky quartz. Amazing.
I think we need these. I definitely do. They're super, and Linda, that suggestion is exactly what I want to do now. We do have some antique bronze wire possibly coming up for you today as well. If you're wearing something like Sheila is today, Linda is today, and Sheila's lipstick was on Friday, that lovely sort of peachy, pinky, corally colour, that would be, I think, a real treat.
Yes. Yeah, a different look.
Yeah, completely, isn't it?
That's sort of perhaps the more of the daytime look, and then the smoky
Yours
quartz.
was the evening.
Yeah, for the evening. Yeah.
This is coming up under £5.95, no, £6.95. Eek, later on today. Would it go with lapis lazuli? Yes. Would it go with labradorite? Probably too, yes.
I'll go with everything. That blue always does.
16 mil round stones for £9.95. That's 1,400 carats altogether. You're getting 2 strands of the same size, the same shape. Magnesite is a fabulous gemstone. It's actually weightier than most magnesite that I'm used to, which is quite great actually. You're getting yourself, I mean, just one of those on a strand, with maybe some pearls coming from it, smoky quartz coming from it, and tassels. There's so much you could do. These are being quickly allocated, and I think a lot of that will be to do with not only the size and the shape, but the colour. The colour is striking. You don't get many 16 mil round gemstones of that colour easily, and if you do, they're not now down to £9.95 for this amount.
But the whole effect of it from a jewellery maker's point of view is just so right, because you can just restrand it and you've got a fantastic, fantastically contemporary look. If you want to go vintage, that's so 50s. An early 60s look, and as you say, that colour really, really, really works. So I think we're buying it. I think we are buying it for the size, and I think we are buying it definitely for the colour. But there's that sort of slight with magnesite. You get that sort of little bit of a matrix going on there as well.
Yes,
so
you
it's
do.
interesting, and there's things going on there. See those little marks on that. So we know it's gemstone. We know it's not faux.
Yes.
Because it's interesting. We want to keep looking at it.
And the weight, there's over 1,400 carats.
Yeah, sometimes you want a piece of jewellery that looks weighty but doesn't necessarily feel weighty, and this will happen with this strand. It will give you that weightiness that perhaps you want for that particular outfit. You know, even if it's just a white shirt just popping out from under the neckline, or whether it's a sort of a sticky outy floral tea, you know, afternoon tea dress,
Yes.
it would just look amazing for any of those occasions.
I want them. I want them. When you get them home, always do give them just a wee wash, with non-perfume bubbly soapy water. It's just purely because they may have they had any dyeing to them? I imagine they will have to get that colour. They might have been treated in a different way, but if they have been dyed, I always tend to wash them. Don't wash your ambers. You can wash amber if you want, but I wouldn't bother. And don't wash your opals, because those gemstones are quite porous. But other than that, give your gemstones a wee wash. And just to make sure if there's any excess that doesn't come off. It hasn't come off in my hands, but just in case, I would always say so. Right, next is ruby and emerald, and oh, you had your eye on these earlier.
I did.
These have never been in the morning show before. They are coming in at a very special Sunday Sparkle price. Many of us on a Sunday look for those collector's gems, don't we? We look for sapphires, we look for rubies and emeralds, and for lucky diamonds, pearls, tanzanites. That's what we look for on a Sunday as a collector. Many of us tune in on a Sunday for these collector strands, but not many of us think on a daily basis we could treat ourselves to rubies and emeralds, and that's where today we change that. We want you to try us out for the first time. It's a little bit like a Try Us Tuesday price point. Give it a go. If you want to try out of our customer services, if you want to see what it's like to join us on the web, if you've never done that, if you've only ever done it by phone, and vice versa, if you've only done it by the web, and today you're watching on the television thinking, should I give it a call? Today is the day where you trust me, if you can, and give it a try. I used to always say to myself when I first watched this show, before I knew that these were genuine stones, I would look at this stone and think, gosh, that's incredible. What's the catch? That's always what I thought. I had a very suspicious mind when I was younger. Still do, actually. Don't get me wrong, it's not changed. But when I was growing up, I used to watch shopping television, and I'd say to my mum, I remember saying to my mum, but I don't understand how that works. And now that I work here, when I first came for my interview, I'm going to be very honest with you. I was not, there's two things I said I would never do in my life. This is quite, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm too honest for my own good. I said I'd never do River City. Don't know why. In my head I didn't want to do it. I did it, loved it. It's a TV show in Scotland, absolutely loved it. I'd do it in a second. And I didn't want to, in my head, as a presenter, I thought I don't want to do shopping television. I just had this thing, there's this stigma about it. I don't know where I'd got it from. I thought I don't want to do it. And I got offered to come for an interview. And I thought, it's one thing I said I didn't want to do. Like, offered an interview, and I came. And when I found out and understood how it works, that the people here, my boss in particular, genuinely loves gemstones. He has a true passion for them. We all have now. But the fact that it is an honest company, the fact that they are genuine gemstones, and the fact that simply by buying in bulk, you get a saving. And if you pass that saving back with very, very minimal margins, you get quick turnover. And within quick turnover, then you can buy more. And the more you buy, the more you get trusted. And when that happens, you can build a great relationship. We've been building this relationship with our buying team for 10 years, all around the world, visiting the mines, visiting the locations, which is why you're getting quality like this in rubies and emeralds, which I would never have believed 5 years ago for Jewellery Maker we would have been able to do this, and 5 years ago we couldn't. But today, 5 years on, Jewellery Maker is offering a strand of, would you believe it, totally genuine rubies and emeralds in a strand that is a temporary strand, but can be restranded and worn straight away just like this. These are divine rubies, stunning emeralds, and if you're a bit dubious like I was 10 years ago, then do what I did. Don't be shy and just try. See what it's about. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't love it and you change your mind and you post it back. Now that would be the worst thing that happened for you. That would be a good thing for me because it means I could get involved. But that, for me, to offer two of the world's most collectible gemstones, as much as I said I didn't think I would join, when I came to the company I joined, I never for a second thought I'd be able to buy, with my brother and father, my mum rubies. We bought my mum rubies. I bought the other month, or a year ago now, and gave it to my mum just the other month, pearls. I'd never ever thought I would be able to offer emeralds and pearls and rubies, knowing the prices on the high street. And that's no disrespect to the high street. They've got their place and they're brilliant, and they have designs that we might not have, and designs that you might take inspiration from. But you can really own rubies. You can really own sapphires. I saw a labradorite and sterling silver piece necklace the other day. It was just stranded, simply stranded. It was £179 in my local high street in Stratford-upon-Avon, in a shop that sold glass vases. It wasn't a jeweller's. And that charged £179 for a labradorite. And many people don't know labradorite. I know many of you will know it. But you know rubies, you know emeralds. And I'm going to give you an authenticity certificate to prove these are genuine rubies and emeralds, so you have no doubt in your mind these are real. And this is real. And at £14.95, I'm here, and I've been here for 9 years, and there's a reason why I've stuck with this company, because it's so genuine. They genuinely want everybody to have the chance of passing down rubies and emeralds down to the next generation in their family, living that legacy. It's a beautiful treat. And I call it J, you might call it J. VYY58 is the code on it. For £15, you can own totally genuine rubies and emeralds. That is a world treat for me. Hi Ali, I have this strand. It's amazing, says Sharon out in Essex. Sharon, I'm so pleased, and if I'm honest, I'm a little bit envious as well. Well done. Rubies, emeralds, even just putting some gold-plated spaces in between. Or would you use silver? What would you use? Lots and lots of you deciding to go for this today. And maybe you've got yourself one pearl, in fact, that you just want to put a pearl in the middle here and then have them drop down. There's so many ideas. But for £14.95, I think we need to remember not to get blasé, because it's easy to do it 9 years in a row, and you do get blasé. Then you go to the high street and you think, oh my gosh, can we get rubies and emeralds elsewhere? If you were to make your jewellery like you did before joining Jewellery Maker, have you seen rubies and emeralds elsewhere? I haven't as yet, but it doesn't mean you can't.
You wouldn't even well, I wouldn't have even thought, oh, I'll go out today and look for some rubies and emeralds, sapphires, whatever, to make my jewellery with. It wouldn't have crossed my mind. That strand looks perfect like that. Now that's rubies and emeralds, and you can just restrand it, and I would restrand it. I wouldn't leave it on its temporary strand. These are rubies and emeralds. And worn just like that. You can wear your rubies and emeralds just like that. You know, you don't have to have like one ruby surrounded by X amount of another gemstone. You can wear rubies and emeralds just like that, tons of them. They're tumbled, so they're shiny. They're not rough nuggets. They've taken the time to be tumbled, and they are emerald green and ruby red. There's no doubt about that. You know, anybody who knows even a smidge about gemstones will know instinctively that those are emeralds and rubies. There's no disputing or doubting that at all.
And what luxury. Just going to put on my, I don't know, just shy of 200 carats of rubies and emeralds today. Sorry? Are you the queen? No, I'm just wearing my rubies and emeralds. Are they real? They look real. Absolutely, yeah. Rubies and emeralds, I might wear them down to the supermarket to do my shopping.
Well, you could at that price, Ali.
I wear them to do my hoovering.
Yeah.
My rubies and emeralds, as you do. Mookite buttons. Oh, let's get it on. Oh! I was talking about the buttons just yesterday. We had a lovely design sent to us for some button rings from the Wall of Fame. I don't know if you saw it. I got so excited when I saw these. There's a particular designer, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he does, in the shirts that he does mainly gents shirts, but I think he might do the odd ladies, but mainly gents. And the bottom button is always a different colour. They're all clear buttons normally, or white buttons, and the last button is always like a bright blue or a bright colour.
Do you know that's just sort of you saying that then, it's just given, if anybody out there does do tailoring or something like that, and uses buttons that would be a really nice signature, not just to have a different colour, but have one gemstone button. What a sort of selling point that could be. That's a real signature.
And it's just because I remember that designer and I remember their shirts. I don't know if the shirts look nice or not, but I know they've all got one fancy button.
Well, anybody who has a signature, you automatically perceive them to be, you know, really good.
Yeah, like with the swan or with the whether it be the end of a drop, whatever it might be. And it might not necessarily be the case, but it gives you that impression. Those would look great on leather wrap bracelets. Sissy in Oklahoma, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Did you see yesterday Laura Binding's copper sheet necklace? Did you see it? It had these buttons in, and I don't know if these were the Mukite ones. Was it the Mukite ones Laura Binding used yesterday? She did use, but I think it was, you know. If you have a look on the Facebook page, you'll be able to see these buttons used with copper sheet. It was amazing. Into rings, they're so easy to use, and $7.95. Now, if you see on these ones spinning around, there's a bit of a white marking in those two, but you don't have in these ones. Mukite is a totally natural gem. They will all be totally individual. It comes from one particular location in the world called Mukite Creek. Now, I'm not exactly sure what part of Australia it is. I want to say southern, but I remember somebody saying to me it wasn't southern. It was wrong.
It's west.
I think it's west, Amelia. Either way, it's Mukite Creek in Australia. It's the only place that Mukite has come from to date commercially ever. And to get buttons, we don't often do them. The other day I had clear quartz, I think, buttons, and they were so popular. These with those wonderful, the pumpkins you've got for your challenge.
Yes, yeah. I was just literally picking one up then, thinking exactly the same thing. Yeah.
The Mukite would go really nice with the jasper. So it's 100 miles inland from the west coast to Mukite Creek. Carnarvon is the local coastal town for your Mukite Creek. Love Mukite. I think it's such an autumnal gem.
Yeah, very much so.
Maybe you knit jumpers or knit cardigans or scarves. You want to be button on there. Genuine gem, why not?
Yeah, but you can actually use buttons as decoration. So why not have a gemstone? Gemstones are decorative, so why not have a gemstone button as the decoration?
Yeah.
You know, lots of people do them on these big woolly knits. They just put them on the sort of a cowl collar there. That's how I would probably use them. I'd certainly make rings.
Oh yeah.
And actually earrings, because there's lots of quirky jewellery out there, and sometimes that's what we want. We want something a bit quirky. And button jewellery, actually, if you Google, other internet search engines are available.
Like Ask or Bing.
Yeah. Then you'll see lots and lots of inspiration for button or what is in the house, in inverted commas, jewellery. And then just grow it up into the gemstone version, because I can assure you that buttons are expensive, and they're not gemstones buttons out there. Haberdashery is expensive now, isn't it?
Especially if you want your jewellery to match clothes.
Yep.
16-inch rhodium plated chain, we brought this to you earlier. Look at it go. Brought this to you earlier. Bear in mind, your rhodium plating, many reasons for rhodium plating. A lot of it is to do with the fact that it's very strong in that it doesn't tend to scratch, and it doesn't tend to sort of have any effect with chemicals. It tends to be able to prevent erosion with this particular rhodium plating on top of sterling silver. Many of you may have heard that rhodium is part of the platinum family of your metals, which it is. You've got yourself a very lustrous, very sparkly metal on top of the most lustrous precious metal, which is silver. So you've got that great finish to a great precious metal. So incorporating the two gives you that extra quality that you might be looking for. I'm not saying that you should spray your perfumes on it. I still would refrain from doing that. Of course, I tend to spray my perfumes on my outfits, actually, purely just because I don't think it's the best to put it on your skin either. Because if you can do that to your jewellery, what's it doing to your skin? But anyway, I'm not here to do a health talk on perfumes. But the reason I say that is always try and keep your gemstone jewellery and pearls and any of your jewellery away from hairsprays and perfumes. But it has been rhodium plated in the fact that it therefore will prevent more than anything, more than any other sort of precious metal erosion, and will prevent it from being scratched. You have an extended chain on this. If I turn it around, I mean, just from there you can see how lustrous it is, and it is known to be a very lustrous from your platinum family, your part of your metals. In fact, just this morning, producer Kimber was saying a relative of hers had their wedding band platinum, sort of rhodium plated, as he works in a warehouse and doesn't want to get it scratched too much. So to prevent it from that, he got the rhodium plating on the top of it. So there's a 2-inch extended chain on here for you, and it's 16 inches in length. Up to 18, of course, if you use extended, down to £7.95. Now, this was our early bird this morning, so we launched it around 9 AM UK time, so that was about an hour and 25 minutes ago. So bearing in mind, there have been a lot of people already showing an interest on it, treating themselves to it. 0800 644 655, that number is free from a UK landline, and if you have a particular mobile phone, have a look at your contract. It may have just changed to make 0800 numbers free. I know mine has, and Fleur was saying one of her network providers had changed theirs as well. So always do just check. If in doubt, check it out. That's how I like to go. And you've got, of course, the website, which is free as well. So if you're not on JewelleryMaker.com, download the app, or download something on your smartphone. It's just the Jewellery Maker app, which is from the App Store, which is free and easy and peasy to get involved. Just remember to look for the Jewellery Maker logo. It's just all the multicolour stripes. If you're watching on TV, it's on the right-hand side there. And if you're watching on the web, you'll see it probably at the top of the banner on the website. Right. Oh, you will love this. I have to say, this is my favourite. If I was as skilled as you, this is what I would have made my mum for my brother's wedding. My mum just got a strand of pearls. Say just a strand of pearls. Can you believe I just said that? But it was similar. It didn't even knot them because I gave up. I get so annoyed. I just gave up knotting them, and I just stranded them and hoped to goodness they wouldn't fall apart on the dance floor. And they didn't. It was fine.
Good.
But I would have loved to have made her something like this, incorporating not just that beautiful lilacs and sort of champagnes in the pearl, but then to have genuine gems in it as well. Absolutely. To make a really special, decadent piece. I love the fact that these could be completely separate.
Yes.
It could be an amethyst style kit, it could be a citrine style. I mean, you've got amethyst in here, pink amethyst, citrine, and green amethyst or prasiolite in there as your nuggets. You've got a lovely treat, but those lemon cashy pearls, but you haven't finished there. No. You have got the strand that everybody's been waiting for, everybody's wanting. You've gone and got yourself Biwa pearls. How did you do that? A full strand in the white, which is thought to be one of, if not the most coveted, and totally natural. Did you search for a long time for this, or did it just appear, or did you have a cheeky word and did you get it? Because that on its own, so many people adore the Biwa pearl, and the 15 by 7 mil size is just so sizable, totally natural. How did you do it, Linda?
That would be telling a secret.
Don't tell
the way
anyone.
I get things. Basically, I just camp out on the warehouse door and wait for deliveries, and then as it gets unloaded, I sort of sneak in and find out what there is, and then occasionally, only very occasionally, I manage to get something pretty special.
Centre of all your... I can't believe how many gems you've got as well. And bicones and amethyst. I mean, how do you even find those?
Well, going back many moons ago when I first started at Jewellery Maker, bicone very, very quickly became my most favourite shape. I really can't explain why, but I just love a bicone shape. It's just so beautiful. So obviously that's... very rarely do we do bicones anymore, actually, so I sort of sniffed that one, but here we go with the Beavers, and they are rammed on. Absolutely rammed on. They are
I haven't ran on the spot for a very long time, and I just did it there.
It's the tactile, aren't they? They're really tactile.
And the colour.
Yes, the colour
The orient is just exploding. You look at the greens and the purple. Do you know what this is making me think of? Just now, I probably shouldn't tell you this because you'll be probably wanting to get into the workshop right away. But when I walked past the workshop, there was a strand of abalone. The big shells.
Yes,
and all
I've
the
seen
cut.
it,
Did you see it? Just one randomly. I don't know why it's there.
Yeah.
Whether somebody when they would set it aside for somebody or what, or whether it's just on sale in the workshop, I don't know.
That would be stunning, wouldn't it?
But that for me is giving me all the colours that I saw in that abalone this morning. Is all the greens and the purples and the lilacs and the pinks, and they're totally, totally natural. I just jumped on the telly. Wow. As you say, they are jam-packed. This strand alone should be £17.95.
Oh, easily.
And that's a Jewellery Maker minimum price point.
You know, in profile, they're all those gorgeous iridescent colours, and then on the side there, they're silver, aren't they? You know, look to the glow from them. It's just beautiful. It's just magnificent. It's a miracle of Mother Nature, a beaver pearl. I mean, originally they were just from Lake Biwa in Japan. I don't know whether they've been found anywhere else since, but I know originally that's where they were found. I
believe they have, but as you say, it's because of the original location. That's where the name came from.
Yep.
And again, like many gemstones, whoa, these are so cool. I mean, they're like literally, there's no space between where the cord ends and where the like literally, they're jam-packed on there. You are getting an entirety of totally natural Viva pearls. I can't compute this right now. With 2 strands of amethyst. What was that, sorry? Quantity-wise, we're already under 50. If you haven't already got involved, now is the time to do so. It's not the only pearls you get in the kit, goodness no. Let me just move that out of the way for you now. But for the amount that you've got, amethyst-wise, pearl-wise, prasiolite-wise, prasiolite is your green amethyst, on top of that citrine, which is November's birthstone, you have got the ultimate pure luxury here. Oh, there's the other button pearl that we were looking for.
Oh yes, it is, yeah.
I knew it would be somewhere. Then you've got connectors, which is just perfect because you get so many strands.
Yeah, well, these instinctively, these are what I call my freesia colours, and if they are available, I will home in on them. I can't help myself. It's just as simple as that. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But colours like this, I literally home into. And then when I saw we'd got these, I think, six strand sterling silver connectors. Well, what better to use with those than elegant strands of chips and nuggets? You know, and well, I've thrown in some chain with it as well. But chips and nuggets with these connectors, and you don't have to use them as connectors. You can see on the one piece over there, I've used it as the top of a tassel type of drop. So think outside the box. If you want some sort of statement earrings, you can use them for that because they've got the attachment points as well. But really upmarket, beautiful, gorgeous, sparkly chips and nuggets is the thing to do with these.
And at $47.95.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know the price. Sorry, I'm rabbiting. I just got excited.
No, I was too
my
busy
mouth was jumping like you were just jumping.
I was enjoying listening to you. You can see the price. It's on the television. It's on the website, but it is down to just £47.95.
Wow.
It should have been £60. I mean, this strand alone of Biwa pearls is £17.95. I mean, £18 for that alone. If you were to take that off what you're looking at, you're looking at £30 for another strand of pearls, 3 strands of amethyst, another strand of citrine, another strand of prasiolite amethyst, plus your sterling silver connectors. All of that is £30. So you, oh no, it's not. Yeah. Yeah, £30 for all of this, plus your 4 connectors and sterling silver. Struggling to get my head around that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing tends to work around the Biwa pearls from the iridescent colours that are coming off of it. The rest of the strands work well. But you know what? I don't want to ignore these gorgeous little lemon keshes, because they're divine. And if you like making floral designs and things like that, you know, they're just absolutely superb. I've been a little bit selfish and thrown all the Biwa into one design just because I wanted to see what that design looked like. Only because I've got a commission for a winter wedding. So I thought, well, I'm not going to get this kit now, am I? I was hoping I might I might just have to walk away with that one strand, actually, studio sample, but I didn't. You didn't. Nobody heard me say that.
Just do a dibs. Kathy in Greater London's message in, who could resist those Biwa pearls? Those and the amethyst sold the kit to me.
Yeah, well, that's what sold the kit to me, actually, as well. That's what made me make the kit. Exactly that same philosophy. Exactly the same thing.
Love it. There are 7 left. You will need to, I don't mean to rush you, you will need to be quick. You're very kindly going to show us.
Yeah, really quickly. I will do those earrings, because everything else is very self-explanatory. If you know how to make your jewellery, if you don't, then just look at techniques online or on our website, tutorials. There are loads of them. Give me a little note on Facebook, whatever. If there's anything there that you want to know, just buy the picture, put a little note, and I'll come straight back to you, I promise. But the sort of earrings here, I wanted to use the bicones because, as I said before, I absolutely love them.
Yes.
So I took some 1mm wire to give it some structure, to give the whole design some structure. Last week I made some sword-like earrings. This time I'd like that strong look, and I think that bicones can give you that as well as a gentle look. So you just take a length of, this is 1mm, and it should go through, fingers crossed. A bicone always has a generous drill hole, always. I don't know why, I can't explain it, but it always does. So try the 1mm first, you can always go down to a 0.8. And then I've just made a simple loop.
No, sorry to interrupt you.
Okay,
Just
that's
to let you
fine.
know, the graphics that are in are for the sterling silver chain that's been rhodium plated at 16 inches with the 2-inch extender chain that takes you up to 18 inches. Only just quickly squeezing this in because your kit's sold out.
Okay.
So, just to let you know that that's available, with the 2-inch extender chain on there, the bolt ring clasp, and a 925 sterling silver stamp, and it's been rhodium plated for you. Sorry.
Right, no problem whatsoever. Take your length of wire and make a simple loop this time. Now, bearing in mind you're making earrings, you want them both to have as similar drop or spot on drop as possible. If you want to just measure about 1 centimetre from the end of the wire here, and then make your little kink in the wire, just literally like that, so that you've compromised the wire, and push that down. Taking the round nose pliers, going further down the plier this time, because I want it to be a strong look, I want a larger loop at the top. So you've got a little lollipop head. That's not the best one in the world, but you can take more time. So you've got a nice solid looking larger loop at the top. And then what I did then, I took some 0.6 wire. Again, you can try larger gauges. It's entirely up to you on the look that you want. And then, a bit like tiara technique, tiara wrapping, place the wire on the top, but keeping it really close to that loop, pull around. Okay, now at this point you can chop off that excess, or leave it on and chop it off later, or feed it back in. Then thread on one of the bicones, okay, and then hold on to the bicone really tightly, whichever, if you're right or left-handed, the hand that is dominant to you, hold that bicone tightly, and then bring the wire around the back. Sorry, I'll move my hand in a sec, but I need to hold it tightly, and do a couple of wraps. Okay, so we've come behind the gemstone here, this is being the decorative part of it, but I came from behind because I got the curve across the bicone by coming from behind it. So again, pop on another of the bicones. Now that's giving us a little decorative gap. And again, coming behind, really have some tension on this weaving wire. Another couple of wraps and pop on. I mean, you can make this as long as you want. You can actually make them as links for necklaces as well if you want to, by having your loops on either end. Come from behind and wrap around a couple of times. You can, oh, sorry if my head's coming in the way. You can take a little bit more time than I am, making it sort of much neater. Again, although we've got a nice long length here, I still want to give that a really good twist with my flat nose pliers, just to make sure I've got that nice turn to come back on my loop. Again, trying to get a very similar loop to the other end to keep up the continuity. Wind it back. We can now take off the excess wire. Again, if you have flush cutters, go in with the flush cutters so that you can get that that tiny little end there that doesn't come off with the pliers I'm using. And then I haven't got them to hand. I thought I'd put them down, but what I did then for the little drop, sorry, let me just get
I did see it.
Yeah, I did too. I saw some silver. I put them back here. I know what I've done. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'll go through it with gold ones anyway.
Can I get something for you?
No, I can do it actually with wire. We won't worry about that. I'll do it with this wire. If you've got a head pin, then use a head pin. I haven't got a silver one to hand. I apologise. I had a packet quite handy, but they've disappeared.
The pack of silver head pins.
Have you? Right, that would be better than if you can do it. Lovely, thank you. And then just pop on. You could use one of the little lemon keshes, would look nice as a little dangle on this. So what I'm going to do now, you can either put on the end of the this part of the earring here, you can put a jump ring there if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't need to, because just as we did previously, we can wrap loop onto it. So we'll pop the whole thing and let it dangle, let the whole weight of that dangle down, and then continue. Oh, these are sterling silver head pins.
I know, I was going to say.
I can feel that straight away. And again, I know this, I shouldn't do this, but trim it off, but it's only for speed, and I'll keep that little bit of sterling silver. And then it's just a matter then of adding whichever particular finding that you want. But as I say, you could use those, you could make exactly that and link them up into a long necklace, rosary chain them together, or a bracelet, whatever, or as a pendant.
Just stunning. Oh, Linda, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I thoroughly enjoyed seeing how to do that. If you've got any bicones at home, you might be giving that a wee try, so do drop us a message and let us know how you're getting on with it. And again, Linda, thank you so much for that. Linda has another kit to come up, so we'll be having a look at that. I'm going to leave you to play with your challenge, and I'm going to bring you... Oh, sorry. Didn't realise how fast I was. I have got an outstanding treat. This is your summer sale. Now, summer sale was supposed to start at 12, but I just want to give you an introduction as to what this is about. Champagne. Now, I know how long it's taken me to find some champagne pearls, and I was looking for just the plain round ones. If you've been looking for the rice beads, you've probably been waiting even longer. These are 6x5mm rice pearls. They would go perfect with the previous kit that Linda's just had, with the citrine and the lemon pearls in there as well, between the biwa and the keshi. All of that would look amazing together. These for you, last time they were seen was when last time we brought them to you. Way over 100 were allocated. They were exceptionally popular. What I've got for you today is limited in quantity, and the price is delicious. Now, RUM G10, Rum G10, sorry, with champagne rice beads. Have you ever even seen the champagne ones? If you haven't seen them with me, you may have not seen them before. Have you messaged through regarding this? It's so simple but beautiful, says Sissy in Oklahoma. Isn't it just? Really, really simple on the colour. It's not in your face, it's not over intense. There's something coming up later today, hopefully, coming up. Unreal. If you were to be fortunate enough to have It is my favourite stand of Sunstone as well. I think possibly the best Sunstone I think I've ever offered, size-wise, colour-wise, shimmer and moonstone essence-wise. I'll explain all about that when I bring it to you later. If you got yesterday's Tanzanite, champagne and Tanzanite, oh my gosh. We've got so much coming up for you, as well as my presenters pick. There are only 39 of these, so I don't want to show it too much with this because I won't have enough for everybody who gets it. But champagne and chrome diopside is just Russian diopside, the perfect combination. Is it? I can't believe we went that low. That's just terrible. Well, that allows you to go, sorry, I'll just move my bracelet out of the way. But you can see, just you could do a simple bracelet, just restrand it. Rubies and emeralds with champagne. I mean, it would be rude not to. Wow. What a combination for I know, $6.95. I love it. I just let Linda do a double take.
Yeah. And sometimes you say I walk away and I actually miss. In my head I've got a price and I've popped it in there, and then when I walk away and I walk back again, I went, oh, okay, yeah, right, okay, it's Jewellery Maker, isn't it?
It's Jewellery Maker. On a Sunday, with Kimbo running the show.
Yeah, and she's off on holiday, so she doesn't really care, does she?
I wasn't going to say that, but no, she doesn't. £6.99. Are you serious? Give yourself a treat. Try us out. 0800 644 655. Every lady deserves pearls. And if they're champagne pearls, that's even more exciting. Enjoy. They're only $6.95.
I said, every lady deserves pearls.
See? I do love pearls. Now I'm about to bring you some chain with only 59 left in stock. As the second part of your summer sale before 12 o'clock, these links, well, you've got a necklace ready and ready to go actually. All you need to do is link the two of these together. These two here. Now I don't have any tools on me, but if you can forgive me for using tweezers in the same way as I would use flat nose pliers, I'm just going to connect the two links. All I've done is open it, and then again I would use my flat nose pliers but don't have any, so I'm just going to try and use my tweezers to again close that, which is not so easy. You're amazing, Amelia, thank you. Use my pliers to close that back over, and you have a necklace ready to wear. That's as much as you need to do jewellery making. Obviously you can do so much more, but just like that you have a necklace. You don't need any findings. You might have some pliers at home in your house already. If you haven't started jewellery making, you haven't got yourself a toolkit, and you didn't see the little video earlier that was explaining how to get a toolkit if you wanted one. A metre of silver plated brass chain, 130 carats of green marcasite, 6mm round, should be $9.95. You heard me correctly. Diana's in already. Collectors are in Devon with multi-bids. So great to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Happy Sunday to you. Oh! I thought we were saving the under £6.95 treats until the 12 o'clock hour, but Kimbo just can't resist. I think you should keep your eyes peeled all show. You never know what she might do. I don't know what she might do, and she's my producer. I should at least have an idea, but no. If I must take it off, then yes. I think it quite goes with the beige. Do you think? Yeah? I don't know if I would have put it with beige before. I think naturally I might have put it with smoky quartz or some maybe pink gemstones. I do love it with the beige. So therefore it makes me think, well, how low the price the champagne pearls were, maybe I would put that together. Champagnes and the greens, maybe? Oh, I'll just kink that out there. Woo, that will sell out because we didn't have a huge quantity, and of course it's $5.95 and you've got a complete necklace. But all you need to do is open and close a wrap loop. Not even a wrap loop, an eye loop. Easy. Right, Wall of Fame, what have you been up to? Let's have a little look. We've just fallen in love with it. The prettiest butterflies hidden within this dream bib necklace. Wait till you see this. 235, and this is from Nick. Nick, thank you so much for taking the time to send this to us. Here is my entry to the Wall of Fame. I find I'm attracted to nature, and this is my English country garden inspired piece, even though I'm from Wales. Hope you like it. It's made with garnet and pearls and chartreuse wire. I've put some of your polyester fabric on the back to make the colours stand out. I quite like the rustic edges. I think it adds to the overgrown natural feel. Been enjoying all the deals recently. Keep them up. Lots of love to you all from Nick. Well, Nick is Welsh, but I don't know if she's from Wales. But Nick, thank you so much for sending this in. What a lovely treat. And I think English Country Garden is the perfect name for that, don't you?
Yeah, there's like little pansies and...
I love that there's a butterfly in there.
Really beautifully constructed.
Well done, you. You're number 235.
This is very contemporary, and it is gorgeous. It's so contemporary, just so out there.
And I love the way it's
sorry,
displayed.
it's 236. Yes, absolutely beautifully. And it's from Kathy in Leeds, and Kathy says, good morning and happy sunshiny day, I hope. Here's my Wall of Fame for the week. It's a sterling silver cuff I've made myself, and I absolutely love it. Now, the silver is not from yourselves, as you do not yet sell silver sheet. Most of my tools are, including my torch and my firing brick. Thanks for my goodies. Good luck to everybody in the Wall of Fame. From your friendly JM Junkie, saying hi Lucy in brackets, and that's Kathy in Leeds. Kathy, that is beautiful. We'll have to start looking at that, won't we, sterling silver sheet? Wow.
Sounds like a plan.
It does.
You could be the inspiration for us getting it. Number 237. And this for me, I want to make it straight away. I think Christmas presents for my family. Yeah. This is Di Gregory who's taking the time to send this to us. Hi all, here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It is a pair of Tanzanite cufflinks made for a friend. Can we be your friends? Tanzanite 6mm plain rounds made into beady beads with an extra beading threaded in the middle to stop it being so squishy, with the toggle parts of some of the earlier sterling silver clasps from the other end. All bits and pieces from JM. Good luck to all, and many thanks for the lovely inspiration week in, week out. Best wishes, and that's from Di Gregory. Di, that's brilliant. Tanzanite cufflinks.
I know, just
we see it, but to actually see it is just fantastic. You're number 237, Di.
Look at the labradorite. If you can get a photograph of labradorite Schiller, you've hit the nail on the head here. This is 238.
Great quality.
A lovely couple of pairs of earrings, and it's from Alex in the glorious Forest of Dean.
I was there last weekend. It's beautiful. I didn't want to come back.
I go there most autumns because it's so gorgeous.
Oh, it's stunning.
And Alex says, good morning, lovely JM peeps. So I've attached a photo of a couple of pairs of labradorite and sterling silver earrings. Top pair I've used plain rondelles, and the bottom pair are faceted rondelles. JM labradorite just gets better and better. I used to struggle a few months back to get a decent picture of the colours and Schiller, but not now. Everything's from Jewellery Maker as ever. Always happy with the choice and the quality that you share with us. Good luck to all the waffers this week, but selfishly, crossing fingers for me.
Oh.
And that's Alex in the gorgeous Forest of Dean. They're stunning. You can just see the Schiller, just chilling.
Just going for it, especially in earrings. If you're ever going to get noticed. My final one for the moment. Oh, wow. Love the colour combination, and again, a lot of work has gone into this. 239, sorry, the clipboard's just covering it, but it's 239 is the number. This is from Helena out in County Durham. Hello all at JM. Please find attached my Wall of Fame entry for this week. A braided necklace with coffee agate and rose gold plated clasps, cord ends and beads, all from my JM stash. Hoping for a win this week so I can add to my stash. Good luck to everyone and best wishes to all here at JM. And that's from Helena in County Durham. Helena, thank you so much. I love that coffee colour.
So do I. It's well constructed, isn't it? Well thought out piece, and it really shows.
Oh gosh, enjoy wearing that. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you get lots of comments on that as well. Number 239 for you, and best of luck to you all. Thank you so kindly for taking the time to send your designs in to us. We have another 5 to read out for you today, and the Wall of Fame entries will all be put into the raffle to be drawn on Wednesday morning in Tombola style. So if you haven't seen that before, make sure you tune in with us on Wednesday. Russian Diopside, my presenter's pick. It's every time I see it, it's like I haven't seen it before. It's amazing. It gets better and better every time I look at it. It's outstanding. It's gorgeous. I have last of stock Tanzanite that's quite simply just arrived, so you've got to be quick on it. The Tanzanite is outstanding, the quality, the colour, you're going to love it. There's already lilacs and purples coming through, it's just gorgeous. And they're in a nugget form, which is going to be one of the most affordable Tanzanite strands we have ever offered here on Jewellery Maker, so you'll want to make sure you're involved in that. The other side of the break, we've got more Linda's kits coming up for you as well. Lots of fun, and of course it's Sunday experience, so get to see the ladies in for that as well. There they are, working away. Oh, were you eating? Oh, what? I need to Sheila did bring us in some cakes earlier, but we didn't start, so I think we should go and investigate that now. We were far too polite. I think we should go and get some cupcakes. We'll see you on the other side of this very short break, or it might be long if we get some cakes. Yeah. See you in a sec, or two, or three.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Facebook and get involved with over 50,000 people who have liked us. You'll get up-to-date information about our channel from the latest images of designs by our fantastic guests, gossip on what is coming up in the shows, and the newest information on our workshops. You can get in contact with jewellery makers all over the world and get some fantastic hints and tips. Simply search Jewellery Maker in the search box or go to facebook.com/Jewellery Maker UK and you're there. You don't even need to have a Facebook account. We can't wait to see you there. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Sparkle Sunday wouldn't be complete without Tanzanite, would it really? There are only 150 of these in stock. Be as quick as you can. It's so special. The clarity, the glow from them, they have an amazing clarity to them. Not eye clean, but very close to it. The depth of colour that you have here with the purples coming through and the lilacs in here. If you've ever missed out on Tanzanite before, you'll never let it happen to you twice, will you? I know they say never, but with Tanzanite, most people, if they haven't already got it first time, they'll be kicking themselves they missed it. And if you did get it first time, you'll be jumping on to get more because you loved it. You just saw some stunning Tanzanite 6mm round nuggets, rounds, and now you've got nuggets. Now, these will be a very different price, I would imagine, to what you'd be expecting to pay for a 6mm round stone. We've got prices on the website up to £100 for Tanzanite with $99.95, depending on what size of Tanzanite you want, whether you want a nugget or whether you want a round, whether you want a shape, whether you want a drop. The prices are all varied, quite varied indeed. And a Tanzanite, goodness me, you could be paying millions of pounds for Tanzanites depending on who the designer is, who's put them together and what quality and grade of Tanzanite they are. But these are probably the most affordable and, for me personally, one of the best colours with affordability attached to it. It's really quite special. If you got any of the sterling silver wire earlier or the sterling silver findings, for example, these gorgeous discs would just be beautiful, just the odd one now and again in between that strand. You could restrand it, with pearls. There was great Wall of Fame design in yesterday that was using Tanzanite nuggets, pearls and diamonds. There's such a luxury with this gemstone. It is, for many people, the gemstone you're thought to give as a first birth gemstone. So when you have a child, it's thought to be to celebrate that incredible achievement and that wonderful moment, the gem that you give to somebody when they've had a child. It's also a gemstone that you can, or sort of the birth, rebirth, or sorry, the first birth is what I meant to say, but it's also a lovely gift, I think, to give to the person who's had the baby, the mother of the baby, because if you think about it, they've had, what, 9 months of torture? Many people would call it 9 months of what, however you call it. That's 9 months of hard work, as well as many mums these days also work through their pregnancy as well. So just think of our gorgeous Lucy, for example. She's got what, 7, maybe 6 shows left before she goes off on maternity leave. So if you think about that, not only are many mums going through a lot, they're also having, some of them, working as well. So they deserve a special gift. And Tanzanite is thought to be the gem that you give as a gift, but many of us wouldn't think we could afford to give the gift of Tanzanite. But for December's birthstone, bear in mind it's the only gemstone to enter into the birthstone calendar after it was invented, and it entered in to join zircon and turquoise as December's gem. We've got turquoise coming up actually in Linda's next kit, which is just unreal. For you to get the quality and the clarity that you get, you don't often get too strong a clarity in Tanzanite on Jewellery Maker. Our sister channel, of course you do, because we're very fortunate. We can offer different varieties and different gradings, but for today, this is me colour-wise, the quality of colour I would expect in a AA graded Tanzanite, verging on AAA. It's got a great weight to it of 80 carats, and it's got a great introduction of clarity in Tanzanite for you as well, so you can see that wonderful trichroism. A lot of love for this. 86 centimetres as a minimum length on there for you. They go up to 6 by 1 millimetre in their nuggets. There's a real weight to them. You can see that uniformity of colour throughout the entire strand. I mean, that's a full length. And for the gemstone that's not being mined anymore, last time it was mined was, gosh, a couple of year and a half ago in Tanzania, the only place it's ever been mined, and we're only looking for £9.95 bids. Can you believe that? I have to believe it, because I've bought this at that price before. So for me, I'm still trying to get my head around it. Producer Kimbo brought you that price, and she is just a cheeky chappy. That's far too cheeky for this time on a Sunday morning. But you know what? I'm not going to say no. If somebody offered you something and you thought that's too good to be true, should I take it? Of course you would, wouldn't you?
Definitely, particularly with the likes of Tanzanite. And for me, imagine just a hint of pink mixing into that Tanzanite, because I'm seeing tiny little glints of pink, you know, where the pink Tanzanite is. So it's the true, I say it and I say it time and time again, but if people look at photographs of Elizabeth Taylor and look at the colour of her eyes, that to me is the Tanzanite lilac, the violet of Tanzanite, yes. And that's what we've got here. 100%. You've got that true pleochrosm. Pleochrosm, you know, if you're a regular viewer or a connoisseur, and forgive me if you do know this, but for anyone who doesn't, it's when you see different colours coming from the gem at different angles, the way that you tilt your head, the way the light catches it, the way the camera angle gets it, that gives you a different colour. Trichrosm is very special. You get the Tanzanite, where you get yourself different flashes of pinks and lilacs and purples and blues, but when you get quadruple Tanzanite, you're looking at flashes of red. It's a magnificent gem. I hope there's one there for you. I can't guarantee because it was only 150, so check it out as when you can, and best of luck. Oh, enjoy that as much as you can. Right, Sparkle Sunday. This is really, really special. Multicolour. Wait for it. Now, I had someone on Friday morning with Sheila. It wasn't as big as this, but if you got it, they were rondelles that would go perfectly with this. Wow. Or wow. Oh, I thought it was big when I put it in the neckline. Other than a cabochon I may have offered to you, this is the biggest amber I have offered on this show ever. Linda, I'm going to stop you from your challenge, and I'm going to ask you if you've seen ambers this big. Look at them on. They're huge, aren't they? I'm just reminded of something and I can't think what it is.
I'm thinking of the Flintstones.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. You know, when you can buy, you know, I don't know, this might not be a good analogy for yourself, but it is for me because I love dried fruits.
Oh, I do.
You know, all the different coloured raisins that you get,
Oh,
the
yes.
very deep Australian raisins, and then the muscat raisins and all those gorgeous honey coloured. It's like a box of
raisins.
very expensive raisins. It's just made my mouth water, and I thought it's got to be something to do with food. It's making my mouth water. So I would buy that in a heartbeat because you know, I can wear them around my neck. I can wear my favourite food around my neck. They are exquisite. Seriously, they are.
Have you ever looked at one amber and been able to say that's big enough to be in a ring? I mean, I'm not even getting the biggest one here, but in fact I'll put it on this finger because I've got a ring on the other one.
But what a treat to have all those different hues of colours.
Can't even just fit one of my. Imagine if you just had one. I'm just trying to one amber.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine how much you would charge for one amber ring.
Absolutely. I think again I'd probably go with a tassel against some gold chain, on a longer length of gold chain around the neckline. I've never seen amber in a strand like that anyway, of all those different colours.
Well, we're very fortunate for our Shipside as in just on Friday we saw a mixed amber strand with the same mixture as you have here, but they were round, like rondelles, quite dainty in size. And to put these with it, knowing my producer Kimbo was paid £70 for a sterling silver ring with amber in it, not far off the size of what I've got here for one of them.
Yeah, exactly. I was in Venice a couple of years ago, and there was we went into one of the smaller galleries, and there was again, like you can get in hotels, but this was a very small fixture, and it was full of amber goods, against very much sort of a rustic background. They were setting their amber against a very sort of Viking-esque look. I think that's probably something to do with the story they were telling in the but with amber, I was only listening to something about amber yesterday, but you can tell so many stories with and from amber.
And everyone is individual, everyone is totally genuine, nobody will have two the same. Even if you got two strands today, a message in to say I love that strand of amber, they look so organic. Yes, they absolutely do, and beautiful. I'm 100% with you there. If you were to, I mean, would you put them with something like the champagne pearls? Would you just keep them on their own? Would you? I
think with a strand of that calibre, you can do exactly what you want. I don't think there's any. I don't think any of us could say do this or don't do that, because I think that strand of amber is such a diverse strand that you can literally do anything. Any creativity leanings that you have is gonna work. So don't worry about it. Just have it.
Go for it.
But first of all, enjoy it. I think I mean I can't stop looking at it, and I know I've sounded a little bit over the top, but I don't really want to be sounding like that, because it's just so stunning. I just love those different colours.
We haven't offered this size. I know I haven't, and we've just had a review from Rosalind in Devon, who's got this strand, who says she can't wait to use it.
Absolutely. As
in, she's not even finished. ... I'm off. ... I can't wait to use it. Send that email. I'm using it. I'm off. Thank you so much for taking the time to even contact us and get in touch and let us know. These for me are a dream. Whether you put them with the smoky quartz we had earlier, whether you just, do you know what I think I would do? Have them just like that, maybe with the odd gold spacer in between.
To be honest, because of the reaction that I had from them to start with, if you can afford it, have two strands and perhaps use one to mix and match and put wherever and make a ring, make an earrings, because you will get more or less matching ones, but gemstones, don't worry too much about them being matching, they're the same gemstone. And then I would have one that I would just simply restrand. Yeah.
With some great ideas there. Kimbo's bringing your price straight in, only $39.95.
Wow.
And you could be paying for what, 40? That was, whoa, that was the launch price. This isn't the launch though, this is Sunday Sparkles. Just like the ring that producer Kimbo bought. Well done in the phone lines, with BGGY93 being your code. Call me at that's £10 off per person. That's a huge treat. Multi-bids now on this one, whether you're getting a multi-bid beforehand or whether you've just got a multi-bid because you've seen that new price. Everybody pays the same final low price. You don't need to call us back unless you want another one. You don't need to join us on the web again. If you've got it, it's yours. You all pay the same final low, and that low price is down today from $39.95. It's a beaut of a Jewellery Maker price point. For the last in stock, we are taking it down on the Sunday Sparkle show to just £29.95. If that isn't a treat, I mean, you'd pay that for just one of these on a piece of jewellery, wouldn't you?
Yeah, oh, easily. Absolutely easily. Yeah, amber creates a certain perception of the level of jewellery that you're making or that you're selling. You know, I mean, it is quite a connoisseur thing, amber is.
Yes.
And it isn't that difficult. I'm sorry, it is very difficult. It's not that easy, I should say, to source really good amber because it has to go through so many tests just to legitimise it to start with.
Exactly.
Because it's one of those gemstones
that it is.
that can be to some degree faked, although I'd know it at a heartbeat. But so just be careful. You always buy it somewhere that's credible.
You get an authenticity certificate with this, so if you think, oh well, other people might wonder if it's real or not, get that authenticity certificate. For me, it's very, very, very sizable for what we've got in amber. This is another strand of just the Cognac amber, but this alone looks really, really big. So to put it next to this, when this is huge, is a treat. Now I have only 126 of the Cognac. 200! Well, it means everybody who got this can get one of these, depending on how many multi-bids, but quantity-wise it would allow. And then there is, for many people, the traditional colour maybe you would look for in an amber. Is that traditionally what you would know amber to look like? Is that how you would see it? Or would it be the lighter goldens for you? Or is this the sort of Cognac that you would think of? For me, again, it's a dream. I was fortunate enough. Is this the strand that I presented the other week? I have, yes. I recognise it, and it's very special, and you don't really forget the amber that you present or that you get the chance to have a moment with, because amber, as you say, is such a special individual stone. It's the quality that you have with this one, the glow. The glow doesn't seem to come through too much there, but bear in mind that's in a black background, and we're here in natural daylight outside, but here we're in a studio lighting situation where, no disrespect to the studio or the lights or who's in control of the lighting for the studio, but it's not designed to show off genuine gemstones. It's not like a jeweller's window where they spend hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands of pounds just for the lights to make the jewellery look incredible, to entice people into the store, which is obvious. It was a brilliant idea. Of course you're going to do that. We, on the other hand, are lit for television purposes, so for you to see Sheila and Linda and I in our best lights. Sheila, is on our workshop, the Sunday workshop this morning, so she might be popping in to say hello. She said she'll be standing at the end of the line to say hi for you. So it is, for us, really frustrating majority of the time that we cannot show it to you in a natural situation. I wish I could open that door, but it is a fire exit, and I'll probably set off a lot of alarms if I do go out to show you in natural daylight. I've got a message in from Sissy in Oklahoma to say, Royal Dark Honey, those are beautiful. I'm with you there. Really royal, and it is like a Manuka honey, like a Manuka as opposed to honey. Is that what you're thinking? Sort of plus 10, plus 18 Manuka, and you paid $19.95 for Manuka, and I like honey or Manuka. Don't get me wrong, but still at $19.95, I wouldn't have thought I could get honey, an amber, or Manuka and amber at the same price. How about though? We don't do that today because we went a little bit lower on the other amber, so surely we should be able to do something. Now, with the saving you made on the previous amber, you've just got only £4.95, and you could get this too. So, as if you got this at normal price, that was £10 you got off it today. You could put that towards this one, and it's only £4.95. Yes, or oh yes, I think so, 100%. 0800 644 655, JP or JP, you may say, however you wish to say it, JP, GY05. Join me as soon as you can on the phone lines or on the web for 6mm to 9mm. Lots of you coming through. Kimber has just pressed a wee button that allows me to see you on the television. On the web you don't get to see it, so I'll read a couple out. Brenda's in Tyne-and-Wear, Catherine's in West Yorkshire, Tracy's in Lancashire, William's in Lanarkshire, and Yvonne and many, many more of you have checked out. Well done, and a message coming through from, I'm not sure who it's from, he said, OMG, I have just fell off my seat when I see that price. Well, you know what, if this wasn't a big scoop, I might have fallen out mine as well. £14.95, check it out as soon as you diddly can. My goodness gracious me, enjoy it. How many have I got left? Oh, we've got a good quantity because we had over 200 of these. Bear in mind, these ones are pretty much gone. Enjoy them and check them out as soon as you possibly can. Right, now, this is 2 days in a row I've been distracted, but I'm gonna allow it. Martha, executive producer Martha, if you missed her yesterday, oh no, it was Friday you were in, wasn't it?
It was, me and Laura came on.
In wedding dresses. As you do.
Flora's just got in today, she's on the show today, and she's done this amazing piece for tomorrow's DI. It goes all the way around as well.
Oh wow, so if you've got a backless dress
I
or...
haven't got an appropriate dress on, but she wanted to show us and make sure we knew all about it, so...
It's stunning, and that's made with jump rings and chainmail.
And shell pearl, so I think the kit's going to be amazingly priced. And can you imagine making something like that for a wedding?
How decadent. Oh, it's quite Bollywood as well.
It's very Bollywood,
isn't it?
Yeah.
She's a clever lady. So she's coming up this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Yeah, this afternoon. No, tomorrow. Getting confused.
She's in today, but you'll see her tomorrow.
today.
So if you want to see how to make this necklace, you don't get Martha with it, unfortunately. But you do get to see how to make it.
Cheers.
You do get to see it. How it will be made tomorrow on the Design Inspiration Show between 1 and 5 p.m. Right, 14 minutes. There you go. Hiya, Fleur. Fleur's giving us all a big wave. Oh well, she's really giving you a wave, but I thought, and Fiona Potter, lots of waves going on today. Right. So, now, this Sunstone, you should all wait for this. Don't go anywhere, because this is probably the sparkle of Sparkle Sunday today. I think I'm fair in saying that. What do you reckon, Linda? Is this the one sparkler, the sort of headline Sparkle Sunday?
Well, we this morning when I came back from upstairs and came in here and found you deep in thought, looking, sort of twirling it like that, I thought she's either blown away by the gemstone or she's thinking about something really fantastic. And when I came up to you, we were talking about the glitter that simply look, the glitter that simply appears to have poured itself into that sunstone. I reckon the sun must have melted at some point and just popped some melted sun that's recrystallized inside that. It's just the best example definitive example of sunstone I've seen for a long time.
It's like the creme de la creme textbook example of sunstone. Many of you are seeing, now it's amazing, it's from the feldspar, just made that word up, feldspar family. I've only got 100, I'll need to be quick because you're already checking it out. If you've never seen sunstone before, trust Linda and trust myself and try this strand out, because this is what I personally feel. I imagine Linda will be with me, but I know definitely my producer Kim and my director Claire with me. The best strand of sunstone we have, and with no disrespect to any sunstone we've had in the past, it's the best strand of sunstone we've ever had, between the three of us as a collective. You're getting the moonstone schiller from the feldspar family, and you're getting the copper platelet glitter that you look for in the sunstone. You're getting almost like the best of both worlds. It is the ultimate sunstone, and every single one has it. It's not that just one is good. If you look at the entirety of the strand, if I move them all along, you don't even really need to move them. They just dance. They are dancing with the sun, and that's exactly what you want in sunstone. If I could join you right now, I would, and I would be getting more than one because I haven't seen anything like it. What was that, sorry? Oh my, what is that? Oh, this is not going to be $24.95 or $19.95. This is going rock bottom in my opinion. For 12mm in size, it's £1 a millimetre. Not even a pound, it's £11.95. This is fabulous. Oh my goodness. This is one of the most exciting moments of my entire career, and you might think, really? For sunstone, it is the best sunstone I've ever had the fortune of offering to you. It's got moonstone schiller of a peach moonstone. And it's got the copper platelet sparkle. I don't know if you've ever seen, there's a particular brand that do glitter pot eyeshadows, and it's quite simply like my glitter pot eyeshadow of gold has just exploded inside this, and someone's sort of shaking it up like you would shake a snow globe, and then it's got this shimmer around it. It's amazing. Can I try it for?
This is what a very upmarket fairy would wear to the ball.
Like Kylie Minogue when she was the fairy.
She'd definitely have to, because of all the captured glitter in it and the hues of the different colours that are going through, making that molten glitter really pop. And it's going to work with every single skin tone absolutely perfectly. Just restrand it. Don't do any more than that. Just restrand it. Mix it if you want. Go amazingly well with pearls.
Those champagne pearls we had earlier.
Yeah, but I would keep it exactly like that because of the size of it for a start off. It's got so much drama.
This is amazing. I don't expect every Sunstone to look like this. This is the ultimate. This is the finest I've ever offered, and obviously I hope that everything I can offer after this will be of this calibre, but the price point on this I would have expected to be at least $19.95.
I think also, you know, lots of us will go for gold findings, lots of us will go for silver. We have our preferences, but because of the this particular Sunstone, it's going to work beautifully with both.
Because I think the shimmer that you're getting from it allows it to work with the
silver shimmer against that golden background is going to work, and it's going to work fantastically with multicoloured findings as well. Rose gold too in particular is going to, so you're not going to have a problem with your preference of finding to go with that.
Oh, you need them! I don't often say that. I say it now and again in a show. Yesterday I said it, and thank you very kindly for Angela, who took time to message me on Facebook to say she got me the rose quartz, smoky quartz and clear quartz bundle yesterday.
Wow,
I was devastated and missed out on it. I am over the moon, so thank you so much for that. Ever so kind. I dropped you a wee message this morning when I saw it. Thank you so much. Last night I fell asleep at 7:30. I went for a nap, 7:30. I woke up at 1:30 in the morning and thought, well, I might as well just go back to bed. I'm waking up in 2 hours' time, I'll just go back to bed. So yeah, I apologise for not getting back to yourself or anyone else who's messaged me on Facebook or Twitter any sooner. But if you do want to get in contact with Linda, of course, it's JM Resident Designer. Linda, have you got Resident Designer in your title for Facebook, or have you just called yourself Guest Designer?
Page is just happening, well, meant to be just happening at the moment. For some reason, I wasn't overlooked, I just didn't have time to get around to do it. So Francis is coming over and we're doing it imminently. But
well, just you know what you can do? You can message me and I'll forward it on to Linda.
Exactly, yeah.
Easy
or just
peasy
pop a message onto Facebook anyway, because I always read it.
You read it. So you read the JM Facebook page if it's not already, but you could send it if you want as a private message to myself, Ali DeFoy, and I can forward it on to Linda via email or print it out and pass it to her, so we can get it to Linda, no problem at all. Or the good old pen and paper, drop her a wee line, drop her a piece of post. Why not?
That would be nice.
Right, white culture potato pearls. These are really potato pearls? Really? Yes, Sheila. I'm not going to say no to you twice. Cupcake. Absolutely not. But I say no twice. Said no once because I felt like I should be working within the first hour, but not anymore. 9 by 8 mil. Possibly our most popular strand of pearls we've had to date. White cultured pearls. PFM G54. So PFM G54. You will be head over heels for the size, the shape, the colour. And is this everything you expect for in a pearl? What do you look for in a pearl? Colour? Size? Lustre? The surface, how smooth it is? The orient? Ah. I'm loving them. Do. What would you have with your pearls? Do you know what would be great with them? Yes, Tanzanite, if you got it. These labradorites, which are coming up under $6.95 in the summer sale in about half an hour's time. I know. If you can't watch us on Freeview, or if you do watch us on Freeview and you can't get a hold of us on the television, you can drop us join us on jewellerymaker.com, or do just now in the next sort of half hour. Find out if you've got a smartphone or a tablet or an Android, download the Jewellery Maker app. It doesn't take long to download. It's completely free from the App Store. Just Jewellery Maker UK. I think it's just Jewellery Maker. It's got all the sort of multicoloured stripes on it. You'll find it straight away. I think Jenny's on the face of it. There's easy peasy way to get involved with us on your mobile or tablet or television if you have the smart version as well. Sunstone and those pearls alternating. Oh, love that idea. Should we have a look? What do you think? I totally agree with whoever took the time to send us that message. Thank you so much. Oh, look at the sunstone. What a dream. Linda, have I lost you?
Yeah, I was just looking at the glow from that sunstone with that sort of translucency with the pearls. Just so beautiful. I'd be tempted to restrand the pearls, leaving a space for 3 of the sunstones asymmetrically. I'm popping them in sort of just below collarbone level.
Size-wise for these pearls, 9 by 8 mil. I mean, if you think of an average solitaire and an engagement ring, it's between 5 and 6 millimetre. So these are all above the average solitaire size of an engagement ring, each one of these pearls, if we want to put it into perspective.
Yeah, I mean, making an exquisite pair of earrings, such a sizable drop pearl. Perhaps if you've got the earlier kits with the
yes, your first
the little
kit this morning
findings in, because you can still use those with the half drill pearl drop findings. But there's something about pearls, and I know we talk about them a lot, but there's something about pearls that creates and finishes off the person, the woman.
Yes.
If you're going, I only read this a couple of months ago. My daughter was going for an interview, and I was trying to be clever and trying to add to what she thinks she knows everything, and she's probably watching. And I said to her, just wear a simple strand of pearls. And she said, well, why? Because you look authoritative,
yep.
You look sophisticated, you look like you know who you are. Mm-hmm. And that's one of those things about organics. Mm-hmm. You are perceived to be what you want to be if you're wearing a strand of pearls.
The minute I put them on,
I know,
I said this yesterday, I sit differently. I sit up, I have my shoulders back the way that I get told to sit all the time, so I don't get a bad back and I slouch. But
when I wear my pearls, I sometimes if I take this one off and I wear some different jewellery, I quite often think, oh, what am I wearing? But if I've got my pearls on, I know all the time I've got my pearls.
Yeah.
You just slightly do. I know it sounds a bit weird, but you do actually feel that the strength of those pearls come through your personality somehow, and it makes you feel a bit more confident.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, I find myself talking nice and politely and clearly.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Almost like I've from Edinburgh and you'll have had your tea.
Oh, absolutely, sweetie.
Oh, I love it. £14.95 is your should-be price. And because we feel every lady deserves pearls, surely we should have a price that would make you treat yourself to pearls, no? For only £10.95. Now, whether you want to get pearls and make a piece of jewellery for yourself, maybe you want to get pearls and pass it as a gift for someone, you don't need to sell them. And I think that's a lot of people's misconception with Jewellery Maker, because we talk about what you could sell it for idea-wise, and to remember you're working and all the different things we mention when it comes to selling jewellery. With pearls, keep them yourself. Pass them down the family. Give them as a gift. You don't have to sell them. You could just decide that you could make something you've seen in the high street store, and you can make it for less than what it would cost you to buy it for faux pearls and own real ones and feel amazing about it. Glenda and Bridget, thank you so kindly for taking the time to drop us a wee message. You've said, hi, could you show the cognac nuggets with the pearls? How warm and decadent would that be? Thanks from Glenda. Absolutely, thank you for asking. It's a really, really stunning choice together. Oh, wonderful. When the sunlight catches it, it will glow in the summer, and if you want to wear it through into the autumn with your warmer toned outfits, that would look superb too. And if you had the odd one of your multicoloured amber in there as well, you could go the whole way. I mean, today, price point wise, we're fortunate enough that we could afford to go the whole way. And if you want to see it, thank you for that suggestion, if you want to see it maybe with the rubies and the rubies and emeralds? imagine Tanzanite too. Dare I? Well, I've just gone and diddly done it. Doesn't have to cost a fortune to be able to wear pearls, and I think that's a misconception, because as you say, when you wear them you feel like $1 million. Don't necessarily have to spend that on them. Right, next opportunity I'm about to offer you has approximately 1,000. What are we going to do with 1,000 crimp beads? That's 500 necklaces. 1,000 crimps. Oh! Do I get crimp covers as well? Oh yeah! Right, 1,000 crimps. The reason I said you get yourself 500 necklaces out of that is because many people, in the traditional way to use a crimp would be to have at the end of a necklace or the end of a bracelet. And that's how most people start to use it. Many people use them decoratively, and when you've got this many, that will allow you to do so. But also some people might want to use them and then hide them. Not that they should be hidden, but once you've squashed it to close the crimp on a necklace, for example, at the end, a crimp cover would give you that finished round ball look, to giving you the look of a round finding. It looks like, now I don't know if this is a particular brand. You know that man that everybody talks about? Is it Pac-Man? Don't know if that's a particular brand, but a lot of people say, I don't know if it's a cartoon or something, but a lot of people say that is a game. There we go. See, I know nothing. I know nothing. But it's a style of game. The last game I know was Lemmings or Mario Kart. But there you go. It's that shape. I loved Lemmings. I was allowed to play it on a Sunday night for 15 minutes with my brother. So, oh, well there's your crimp cover. That was it. And I was only allowed a packet of crisps on a Friday, but let's not go there. I know. 1,000 crimps for you. Little did my mother know I got an ice cream on the way to school with my pocket money. Sorry, Mom. Right. Have a look at these. No, I went to a normal primary school, Amelia. 1,000 crimps, rose gold in colour, plated on top of your copper. 5 by 3 millimetre on your crimp covers, and then you've got your size and your crimps of 2 millimetre. Now, Linda, do you feel that these are an essential for jewellery making, or could you go through your jewellery making life without a crimp or without a crimp cover?
No. I couldn't. I don't think many of us could. Not if you want properly finished jewellery, if you're using them as a mechanic.
I guess if you use just chainmail,
yeah, but
you might not want.
Yeah, there is obviously there's always a couple of reasons why you wouldn't, but let's say 95% of the time, so that sells it to me. So I need them 95% of the time, and consistently. The one thing I am always juggling around in my chaos of my jewellery room is looking for crimps.
I'm the exact same.
Because they're tiny, and honestly, I mean, I've done it today in the studio this afternoon. I've rummaged for a bag of crimps. Because
it's one of the worst things, isn't it? When you get to the end of your design.
Make them, you see, you just can't make them. You know, you can make a lot of findings, but you know, you can't. Well, I'm sure somebody could if you've got all the machinery, etc., that's required. But I wouldn't be able to make a crimp bead. Yeah. So no, I mean, I would definitely buy in bulk on something like that. You know, it might not be the most exciting product in your jewellery room, but it's going to be one of the most essential, without a doubt. So that's how you measure it.
I'm 100% with you there. If it wasn't for Mark Smith, I wouldn't have been able to finish my mum's piece that I got for her just for her birthday, because I didn't have any crimps and I couldn't get the colour that I needed, there was none on offer. And I was thinking, Mark, what I'm going to do, Mark went, look, I've got a wee stash of crimps. I'll bring in, and he brought, bless him, he brought me a selection of different colours of crimps, so I could finish off the piece that I was making for my mum for a Christmas present. I thought, gosh, if it wasn't for that, my mum wouldn't have. I spent all this time getting all the right gemstones and getting all the right threading materials, put it together, used the designs yourself and the inspiration from all the designers, made it, and then I was like, I can't finish it. £11.95 for the ultimate. As Linda, you've made a really, really good point there, is that to get an alternative to a crimp, to make it yourself, it's just not really feasible.
No, it's not feasible at all.
So we're going to take it down again, just because it's Sparkle Sunday.
Okay,
Why
fine.
not?
Wow.
It's 1,000 crimps and 200 crimp covers. Now I don't have enough crimp covers to cover every single crimp, but many of you use them decoratively as spacer beads. They are rose gold plated. Now it's not a random, just sort of a nice colour. It's actually gold plating.
Exactly. I mean, they are a very essential finding, but as with a lot of findings, also use it not just as a mechanic, but think outside the box. And crimps do make, if you want to make a slender necklace, say you've got some, like those big magnesites there, right? And you'd like to just use about 7 of those, but make a slender backdrop, a slender skeleton for the piece, and have some big sizable gemstones there, then those rose gold plated crimps would look brilliant as that skeleton, particularly against that sort of gorgeous blue magnesite there, you know, but rose gold will work. Oh, with the sunstone as well, with the sunstone.
And
every
the amber.
time. And the amber, yeah, I mean, what won't it work with?
And the rose gold, as we mentioned earlier, tends to go with every skin tone, a bit like your sunstone will, a bit like your ambers will. So if you're thinking what metal should I get as a generic colour, then this would be perfect.
I've just thought of when I went to a workshop many moons ago for bridal wear. I've just thought of something, just shot back into my memory. We were making, Sheila was with me, we were making combs, and the lady that was running the workshop said, oh, how about this? And she'd got some beading thread, she'd got combs, and she'd got crimp beads. So she actually put the crimp beads onto the beading thread, squished them flat, didn't put a cover on them or anything, squished them flat, and then wove them around the comb into like peacock feather, and it was exquisite. So you think outside the box. I've forgotten about that. I'm going to do that again. It's a long time since I've seen a design like that. But just pop them onto beading thread, squish them. You can use them as a mechanic by squishing the feathers into place and then putting more around the parameter of the feather and squish them down. They'll catch the light every time, and they're really decorative. Try it.
That sounds gorgeous. I want to see this now.
Yeah.
Oh, I really want to see it. They're being allocated quite quickly, and you just reminded me, many of you will know, one of my best friends in the world, gosh, I love her, name's Natalie. She bought me a gift many years ago from a place in Marylebone High Street, and it was a bracelet. It was just an Essilon cord. I now know this, I didn't know at the time, which had 5 crimp beads in silver that had just been squashed.
Yes.
And that was the design, and it was lovely, and I loved it, and it was brilliant. But that's what it was. It was £30.
Yes.
For just squashed crimps.
Absolutely.
Which now I'm thinking, gosh, you could all do that. It'd be easy, and it just caught the light, and it was a beautiful piece of jewellery. The pink, silver, pink and silver with the crimps, and it's stunning. So that don't have to be overindulgent. It can be quite simple and very, very effective. Right. Oh my gosh. Well, where do we begin? With this kit, this is going to be a very, very quick kit, and the reason I say that is because there's only 49 in stock. It's a very, very sort of exclusive kit, so you will need to be one of the first few on the lines for this one, or alternatively on the web, because it is a select few who will ever get to own this kit. And gosh, you're all going to want to. The same chain you have chosen again.
Yeah, because I love it.
Because
there's no other reason behind that. I just love it.
So you've got 2 sterling silver bolt ring clasp chains with an extender length on there, 16 inches. Many people know is a princess length, with a 2-inch extender taking you through to 18 inches on the pure, exquisite nature of the swirling. And they look gorgeous with the earrings from the previous kit, the swirling pattern. On top of that, I'm going to leave the obvious to last. Oh gosh, there we go, right. We've got pear drops. Now, I hope my brother's now wife won't mind me saying this, but her wedding jewellery was just a pair of pear drop pearls in her ears. She had no neckline, nothing on décolletage, just a stunning pair in silver.
So beautiful.
Of pear drops, and
so
they
beautiful.
looked divine. She looked like a Disney princess. Other princesses are available. And you get yourself, is it 5 of these? 5 of these. And she is half Greek. So how funny this is called Grecian goddess, because she looked like a goddess on a wedding day. And you get 3 of these sterling silver pendant beals. Now, we had them on I tell if this is Sunday, had them on Friday morning, but we didn't have the half drill gems to go with them. So you would need that and this kit to be able to do the 5, and then I'm just going to simply slide that in there just as an idea.
So pretty, isn't it?
Now, just when I'm setting this in, I don't know how it was for when you, but you might have to cut it depending on how deep the drill is.
I only had to snip one,
Just
that's
one?
all. Yeah, so it all depends on the drill hole length, you're quite right. I only had to snip one, and then that was less than a millimetre.
There's a 925 sterling silver stamp on the top of each bail. You get 3 of those dreamy leaf pendants in sterling silver. Then you've got yourself the half moon shells, and the, oh gosh, there's loads in here.
I love those. I really, really love those. The colours are fantastic.
Let me try and get through the rest of the kit. There's so much in here.
So much jewellery on.
Don't apologise, this is amazing. So, we have in here, of course, your turquoise nugget. Oh no, that's not your turquoise. It's your green shell, it's called, and light blue shell. It's more of a tealy green, I think, probably work great with your teal Eslons that you might have seen yesterday. Your half moons, these I'm in love with. I can't believe you snaffled these. I gave these as a code to Kimbo when I was in the vault the other day. We got to go to the vault and I saw these, and these, like the labradorites, were just shining so brightly.
So pretty. They're so useful.
They are white shell tubes. They're 4 by 3 mil, and I hadn't really seen anything like them, so I got really excited about them. The half drill, the full drill tubes that you're getting there. Then you've got on top of that rounds at 8 mil, and the shell here again, you're getting the half moons or the white seashell for both these two, the tubes and the moons. The moons are 10 by 8 mil. And then, if that wasn't enough, you have gone and brought us not 1, but 2 turquoise. Is this for real?
Yeah, that's real deal turquoise, that.
And then you've got natural turquoise.
Yeah.
Only Linda could get for a Grecian goddess boutique kit not 1 but 2 strands of turquoise. Do you know how hard these are to come by?
I do.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
I did.
We love you for it.
Thanks.
This is our Linda's True Boutique collection, and goodness me, it wouldn't be a Linda Boutique collection without something naughty in there, would it? Something that we all want, we've all been dreaming to get, all producers have been hand over foot fighting for, and Linda just pops up with 2 of them. 2 of the sterling silver chains, 2 of the pendants that everybody loves, 2 of the nuggets of turquoise. It's totally natural. It's all in here for you. If you were just to get the chains, or just to get the turquoise, or just to get the pendant drops, that would be super, wouldn't it, in the kit? But the fact you've got the chains, the turquoise, the sterling silver pendants, and the pear drops, and the shell pearl, and the shell, it's just everything you would look for. And straight away, the necklace that you've created with the tree of life without the full circle, just the tree. It's such a stunning, stylish piece. Price point wise, what would you be looking for something like that?
The tree of life.
And I know it's hard to price point, because
it is hard to
it depends
price point.
where you would be, but
that's going to be.
With the time it must have taken.
Yeah,
to make.
it's going to be $39.95. Just that necklace, definitely. It's real turquoise. It's plated, 0.4 wire. If that was sterling silver, I'd go up to $79.95.
Right.
But that I pitched that in at $39.95 in the majority of places, unless again it was sort of a hotel foyer or something, and then I go up about £30.
Because it also costs how much, you'll add to that how much it will cost for you to display it as well, because that might be a factor in it as well, if you have to pay to display. Or price point wise, we should be looking at £60.45.
Right.
Which doesn't seem right when you've got 2 strands of sterling silver, 2 sterling silver necklaces, which are actually necklaces, not chain, they're necklaces. You could wear them on their own. Yes, of course, you can do what Linda has done here beautifully and add 1 shell drop and the sterling silver findings. We today, now I know many people will pay £44.95 just for this one treat here. If I can move this to the side, just for that alone, easily £45.
Oh, easily.
Easily.
Yeah, easily.
But because it is so easy, we're just going to make it simply irresistible and Sparkle Sunday. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Is it one to just go for? Especially when turquoise is December's birthstone. It's so summery, but then it's also the gemstone for Christmas time. And I know I shouldn't be talking about Christmas and festivities, I know, but someone's scheduled in a Christmas show, so it's now in my brain. I don't know how I'm going to get through it. I'm going to have to try and find someone with a mince pie to get me in the mood.
You don't have to worry yet.
I know. Oh no, the end of the month we've got a Christmas show.
Oh, okay then. Right.
Exactly. So straight away now, and as much as I don't want to think about it, turquoise, I'm thinking about December. December's first stone,
Yeah,
you got to use it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And I know everybody's looking at this Tree of Life necklace and thinking, how? Just how? So
Right,
you're
okay.
very, very kindly going to give us a wee idea. Do you want me to move that out of the way?
If you
I'll
wouldn't
get it, yeah,
mind.
no problem.
Thank you.
Linda's going to very kindly
Right. It's really
quickly
quite simple.
show us and maybe talk through some of the parts of it. If we don't have time, we're going to get to see as much of it as we can.
Yeah, it's probably talk you through it as much as
Because the time it takes to thread the nuggets.
I'm using 0.4
we'll have much more
wire.
time than we
okay?
have.
You could try 0.6 through the nuggets, but 0.4 will work every time. So take random lengths actually of wire. Take just a couple to start with. You can see they're probably about 8 or 9 inches long. So just take a couple. That's my baseline, and then just cut off another couple, as many as you want really. It all depends. This equates to the amount of branches that you get. Okay, so I'm going to cut those in half again, and then on the first 2 wires I've got there, I'm then just going to take them roughly centre, and then taking one of the shorter wires I've cut about halfway is just wind around. Okay, this is exactly what we do with a Tree of Life when we're working on a round, but obviously, as you can see, we're doing it without the round. So wire them up. Don't worry too much about neatness, because this is providing the base of the tree, the sort of tree trunk itself. Again, turn around and pull up. I would put another couple on, and I'm just going to trim those couple of long ones down ever so slightly. I'm not making them all the same length, but I'm keeping them in a vicinity of being roughly the same. I'll just pop on one more just to bulk it out slightly, because if you could actually add, I'm sure there's a way that you can add on if you think it's a little bit sparse, but bearing in mind that there's 3 on this necklace, I'm not going to make them ultra sort of branchy wise. Now the 2 ends of the initial base wire then just needs to be fed into the design as well. So bring it all up into the design and pinch together, and then at a point probably a centimetre above this base here, pinch them all together and then do a twist. Now if you just twist the base a little to get your first twist, that there is forming the sort of base of the tree. Again, very organic. And then just continue to twist, and that's forming the tree trunk itself. Okay, and then you just spread out. Okay, and equating each one of these to the branches. Then you can take as many or as few as you want, but again, quite randomly. That's the beauty of an organic look to a Tree of Life, is if you take them, rather than the ones like 1, 2, 3, 4, X amount up to how many you've got, just pick them out so you get a sort of an organic twist, so that basically then on your next twist you've got some branches that are literally being fed out of that first one. It just looks more organic and tree-like.
It does, it's amazing.
And then it's simply a matter then of taking your little nuggets. It's a little bit of a sitting down and just thinking, I'm going to make this Tree of Life now.
Sunday afternoon
peaceful.
with a cuppa.
I'm not getting stressed about it, because we're dealing with nuggets on a one-to-one basis. Let them drop down. Again, it's entirely up to you how you form your Tree of Life. Now I'm just going to see this centre one here, and it's the whole thing is just evolved like this. So if I just do this sort of first, sorry, does my head keep coming over? I think I'm getting shorter, Ali. I need to wear heels to lean over the desk. Right, so thread them on. I'll just put a couple onto this. I tend to, if I get them on my finger or into the palm of my hand, because the wire can act then like a needle, it's slightly more easier than feeding them on like that. Then let them drop into place, then gather your wires together again and pinch, and then just twist. Now, if you wanted to, you could continue and do another couple up there. But I decided that this was, as you say, not this would normally be affixed to the sort of cage. Just trim them off, and then using your round nose pliers, you can coil all the way back if that's the look that you want, or which I quite like that actually, just a coil, because then you can, because they're wire, you can sort of fix them afterwards, or just coil back and then get your flat nose pliers and make a flat coil simply. And again, don't be clinical about it, don't be sort of, I'm not saying untidy, but the more organic looking, the better. Yeah, so that just sort of finishes off, and it gives that sort of soft look of a tree, you know, a fully leafed tree against the background of sky. And then it's just a matter then of choosing out the next lot, and then moving those out of the way, twisting and repeating it all the way around, and then you can organise your branches and then just attach, if the centre one's at the top there, if you just make sure that you've just got a little attachment point for a jump ring, then that's the perfect way to attach them, either onto your beading thread or a chain.
Linda, I think this goes for everyone at home and everyone here. Thank you so much for showing us how to do that. I bet you can't wait to start. We need to quickly do the Wall of Fame before a short break, so we're going to go there right about now. Oh, thank you for joining us. This is our final Wall of Fame for today. So let me show you. Unfortunately, I'm just going to have to quickly do names of numbers, but we'd rather show them than not, so I hope that's all right with you. So this is number 230, and this is from our Bridget. Bridget, thank you very, very much with your chalcedony droplet and rose gold wire. That's beautiful. Well done, you.
This is absolutely exquisite. This is number 231, and it's from Jackie in Bookham. Jackie, that's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. You're 231.
232 for the moment. It's a lovely collection, and this is from Shaza. Shaza, thank you very much. Great to see you, and best of luck with that.
Beautiful wire wrapping here. This is 233. Beautifully wrapped cab there, and that's from Kim in Mistley in Essex. Cab, that's absolutely beautifully wrapped cab, that gorgeous. I'm jealous.
Well done. And we've got labradorite coming up under $6.95. Did I tell you that? 234. A lot of gizmos going on from here, and this is Jane out in Kent. Jane, a lovely, lovely treat there. I'd love to read out all your messages. I'd love to find out how you did that. That's fantastic. 234 is your number. Thank you so kindly for taking the time to send in your Wall of Fames. The draw will be on Wednesday with myself and I believe Mark Smith. We have your Chrome Diopside all the way from Russia coming up with you, totally natural, as my presenter's pick, on the other side of a very short break. Now, just to let you know, we have more summer sale, lots and lots of treats going under £6.95. Unfortunately, if you're on Freeview, we now do lose you at this moment in time, but you can watch us on JewelleryMaker.com on the website, or on Sky or Virgin, or download the app. Hopefully we'll see you. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday. We'll see you on the other side of this.
The wedding season is upon us, and Jewellery Maker want to help you get prepared. Join us on Monday 17th of August for our wedding fair. We'll be inspiring you with some amazing deals, including headwear, footwear and accessories. We have guest designers Fleur, Debs and Claire on hand to give you inspiration and spark creativity on how to make that big day special with a personal touch. Come join us for our wedding fair, all day on Monday the 17th of August.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, But being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order for just 50p and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from the genuine Gemstone company.
Come and join Jewellery Maker on Saturday the 29th of August for our slumber party. Stay wrapped up, get cosy in your PJs and chill out whilst watching Ali and guest designer Sheila for our fun-filled morning show.
Oh my goodness gracious me, I have 39 and that is it. That's all we were able to acquire. We could have got you a less jam-packed strand and had more, but we thought we want to give it to you and we want to give it to you in style. Already showing an interest on the web. The code is there for you, BVCD26 for a limited edition. It's a one-off treat. This is for only 39 people and I'm so sorry, I wish I had more, but it is something that's you might want to do. In fact, Alison Tarry just gave me a wave through the window there. It might be something you want to do with your friends. Alison Tarry, guest designer Sammy and guest designer Fiona Potter all together get strands like your diamonds, maybe like something like this, and they split it between the three of them so they can all get something when they're limited edition like this. This deserves its own red carpet. This is a true collector's treat. I appreciate it won't be for everybody. We have had Chrome Diopside nuggets in the past and we've got price points all over the place for Chrome Diopside, something for everybody. So, but this will be considered. This is the finest Chrome Diopside from Russia I have ever offered in size, in shape, in carat weight for the price that we're going to be able to do today. And as I say, that's no disrespect to any Chrome Diopside I've brought you in the past. I just know that this gemstone is very, very difficult to get in a size of over 15 points. Now you've got 85 carats for this entire strand. That means the quantity in these, each one is over 15 points on its own. It's a gem regular viewers you will know when you get Russian diopside, that means it's mined from one particular mine in Siberia. That mine has only got 2 months of mining pretty much as a max. Now and again you will get this mined should I say in August, but mainly June and July. So at this moment in time your mining life for Chrome Diopside for 2015 is over. It's done. This hasn't been mined this year, it wasn't mined last year, the likelihood of it mined the year before is very slim as well. This has been years and years and years worth of mining to be able to get you a size like this with a quantity like this, but most importantly a quality. You can't really see the glowing green coming through too well, so what I'm going to do, with only the first 10 have gone, just so you're aware, I want to get for you my torch, because as much as you're not going to be walking around with a torch when you wear it, you can see it on the recording there, but I just want you to see that this is, is it the same strand? It's the same one. We sometimes have two separate samples, so just so you can see it with the light behind it, and please be aware it's going to be quite a bright light. But so you can you see the clarity? When does Russian diopside have clarity like this? It's outstanding. It's glowing, it's totally natural. It's chromium within it that is giving it that colour. Now, I paid, regular viewers you'll know this, £47 in fact, for a 49 point Chrome Diopside. That's a single stone with a beautiful clarity, as these actually have, which I didn't expect them to have such a good clarity in all fairness. That's me being really honest, purely just because they're not on our sister channel Gems TV, which is where I got mine. It's a solid single pendant of 47 points, so not even half a carat, which tends to change price points of things very much. It's only 47 points, and it's in gold, and it cost me £49. Now I'm over the moon with that, and still am to this day. You have 85 carats. This is not just one day's mining. This is years and years and years worth of mining from many, many miners to get just one strand. I'm not talking about the 39 strands that we have. This is over years of hard work, years of mining, and bearing in mind the majority that comes out of the ground is 15 points. So can you imagine to get an 85 carat strand and the quality that you've got in this strand, how hard that would be to get, how many years that's taken. And we have, or had, 39 opportunities, 20 have gone. I've got 19 remaining. That, to me, is the epitome of perfection for a Russian diopside. Famed throughout the world for what an emerald dreams to look like. They called it the Russian emerald. Then they recently found emeralds in Russia, so you can't call it that anymore. But for 19 chances, oh, Ali, they're gorgeous. I was tempted and I fell. Jenny in Bristol, I haven't said this for a very long time, but I'm going to say it on this one. If I was you, I would have this valued and appraised. You don't have to make it into jewellery before you get it valued or appraised. This is something, honestly, I would use each one individually because they are that special. Whether they be individual droplets and earrings, like a beautiful idea. We had a wonderful lady message in to say she'd made a bracelet for her first birthday and she wanted to add a charm each year. One of these is a charm. These are creme de la creme gems. These are not average high street stones, and I mean that with no disrespect. I love amethyst, don't get me wrong, but you can find it in most high street stores. You will struggle to find chrome diopside, and if you do, the price point will not be a treat yourself price. David in Carmarthenshire has messaged and said, I have just purchased the chrome diopside for my wife as a surprise. Shh, I can't wait to see her face. This is both of our favourite gems. David, I am so overjoyed that not only have you taken the time to message us, you've taken the time to join us on a Sunday when there's so many other things you can do on a Sunday, but the fact that you've managed to get a treat for somebody, and the fact I love the most is the fact that it's your favourite gem, because it deserves to be a favourite gemstone. It's one of those dream stones, and with pearls, you have one of the most highly commanded price points out of gemstones out there.
I mean, if it's a little outside or a lot outside even your price bracket, your budget, this is a jolly good strand to share with a friend or two friends because it's ram-packed full. You know, it's double-stranded basically. They're on either side, so there's loads on there. So you know, if you've got a group of jewellery makers, perhaps share with them. I don't think there's many people that wouldn't share, to be truthful.
Don't think I would share one if you got all this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but you know, if it's outside your budget, then you know, share with perhaps a friend or somebody. And
I'm
then
currently on 50.
Well, exactly.
62, 4, 6, approximately 67. You might get the odd one or two more. You might get the odd one or two less, but approximately 67 chrome diopsides. So if you were to charge £2 a stone, £2 for 67, you're looking at over £120. What can I do for you? Well, there you go.
Wow. I mean,
it's not even £2 a chrome diopside. A Russian, too natural, and you've got the authenticity certificate as well.
Exactly. And get yourself a little bit of knowledge, so that if somebody approaches you and says, "What's that gemstone?" You know, and you've got a pair of earrings there, and they're sort of £30 to pay. You know, have the information readily available at this calibre.
Yes,
you need to, and you'll look completely and utterly knowledgeable, and you can partake that knowledge to other people as well.
Yes, definitely.
And just make them aware that it is rare, and why it's rare, not just that it's a rare gemstone. Tell them why it's a rare gemstone.
And if you've just tuned in, the main reason it's so rare is because it's only due to be mined, or only physically possible to mine, 2 months really of the year, June and July, now and again August. By now, mining life is over in Siberia for this moment, for this year, for this gemstone. Whether anything comes out of the ground, less has been coming out of the ground for the past 3 years, and less miners have been returning to work because they've been going elsewhere to places where mines are open all year round and they don't have to wait 10 months to be able to do their job again. Enjoy it. There are 13 available, and it is 100% to jewellery makers, myself included in that, a considered purchase, because we have strands of all price points on Jewellery Maker. We can buy a strand of gems at £10 on Jewellery Maker, as we've seen today. But on our sister channel, you the first piece of jewellery most people tend to spend is 3 figures. It's around about £80 to £100. So for this would actually come in within a first purchase price for our sister channel. I appreciate it's not finished jewellery, but that can make you 67 pieces of finished jewellery. So, wow. Right. Did I mention a summer sale? Totally did. Would you like to get involved in it? Now these have already been seen, but if you haven't seen them, if there's any left, I will show you them. I'm going to start off with Botswana agate, which is this one here. This one, now we'll be doing all of them. You aren't getting them all. I'm just showing you them all in the T-bar for now. I'll take the Botswana agate off. This is the lowest quantity for all under $6.95 for the whole selection. It's got to go under $7.95. It's got to be under $6.95 for the section. Botswana agate. We had some lovely slices of Botswana or agates yesterday, incorporating Botswana agates. You might want to put this with yesterday's deal. This is going guaranteed. I go down. Can you see? Under £6.95. Are you ready to rumble? 20 by 12 millimetre in all of your coins, and you get your or ovals, however you wish to know them. There's a really, really lovely selection here. Jenny and Bristol straight in there for $5.95. Now this is the lowest quantity out of everything I have in the sale today. So if you have a special eye for this one, then maybe just give me a wee call. Maybe quicker than what you would normally do. I don't ever mean to rush anybody. You've always got your 30-day money back guarantee. But if I was to look at something and somebody was to say to me, oh actually that one I've got a really good quantity, but you know the one that you like that you're looking at, that one only has 50, and I would rather someone told me so that I can make a more informed decision. Doesn't mean you have to rush, it doesn't mean you have to go for it, of course not. It just means that you're aware, oh actually there's a smaller stock on that one, so I might make my mind up a little bit quicker, whereas the next one there's a bigger quantity, so you can take your time maybe a wee bit over that one. But at £5.95, HP GP 78, the code is there, jot it down. If you change your mind, it's not a problem. Love the banding on that. I know. So that was the lowest quantity, but by no means low, but lower than the other ones. Lapis lazuli, oh, you'll want these. So intense and blue. Should anything be going under £6.95 for genuine gemstones? No. Is it? Yeah. But it is a summer sale, so we'll allow it. It's okay. It's all right. Right, Linda?
Yeah, okay.
I've had a cake, so I'm excited. 300 carats of lapis lazuli, and myself and Kimbo and the rest of the team on this shift side are off for the next 2 days. So we're going to have loads of fun today and let the other shift side take the pain.
Okay.
Lots of luster, not only from the natural pyrite within it that you would expect, but you're also getting there facets in there that I call the golf ball facet, that reminds me of the facet and the indentations that you get in a golf ball. 10 millimetres in size. The gemstone that Cleopatra used to crush and use as eyeshadow. Remember when blue eyeshadow was in fashion? Apparently what you had to wear if you were on the stage, blue eyeshadow. 10 millimetre rounds. Are you ready for these? They've got to go under. They must go under for today. Under $6.95, down to $5.95. We are pushing boundaries today. Just because it's under $6.95 doesn't mean it was meant to be $6.95. We've gone to $5.95. I imagine this one was probably more than that, a lot more than that. Down today for the first come first serve basis at $5.95. Now earlier you had some stunning kits, and we could maybe add that into any of the previous kits, for example with the pearls.
Certainly the kits that were heavy on pearls, yes, and the last one actually with the turquoise and that, because the turquoise works really well with lapis.
Oh yeah.
But that lapis is lapis and a half, isn't it?
Some of the not that darkest, deepest.
Yeah, it's that midnight blue, isn't it? It's that, I think, paintings, a lot of Renaissance paintings or paintings from a certain date have been literally dated from the use of the blue colour, and if it was pre a certain date it was always reconstituted from lapis lazuli, like oh my goodness, how can I forget? Leonardo da Vinci, how can you forget?
Oh,
but he
I'm
painted,
sorry, because I was looking at $4.95, I thought you were distracted by the same point as me.
Well, Leonardo would buy loads and loads and loads of that and make his paint pigment from it, wouldn't he?
And
It's probably as cheap
Cameron
now
had
as
it
it
on
was
his mask.
then. Wow.
Deborah in Essex has said lapis lazuli in the famous London bead shop.
I know exactly what you're
that
talking.
Lyndon who with 10mm, £40.
Yep. Yep.
But bear in mind, it's in
Absolutely.
London. That in itself adds a price point. If you think of, well, where I live in Scotland and where I live in England,
But you
just
know what?
the council tax is completely
a
different.
Big. That's
is.
another £35 on top. That's a big hike.
But bearing in mind, we are on sale to $4.95. We wouldn't normally
All right,
always
then,
do it
I'll
that
believe
way.
you. I believe
So
you.
say it was £30 of difference. Say we did this for $9.95 normally. It is, as you say, it's still a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
But we are very fortunate that we can get huge quantities, and that's with no disrespect to anywhere else and their price points. Maybe that's a price point that they need to keep afloat, and that's that, and that's fair enough. But it is amazing that you can take time to see that. And if you don't live in London and that's the only place you can get it and you have to go all the way there to get it, that in itself can cost a fortune, especially if you miss a train and you have to get new train tickets at £29.95 a ticket. Not that that just happened to me last Thursday on the way to the Gherkin. Anyway, missed the train on the way there and I missed the train on the way back. Can you believe it?
I can add it, absolutely.
Can I just point out it was none of my doing? I was ready and raining, it was other people that were late. Anyway, peach moonstone. Oh, love it. This is in the sale. No, get it with the Sunstone from earlier. Oh, totally natural. Wait until you see this. Goodness me, my foot is shaking under the table. Like I'm a really happy dog wagging my tail. I'm really excited. Oh, do you like those two together? Would you put champagne pearls in too?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Whoa, yes.
And knowing the price these two went earlier, gosh, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to maybe add these with a saving you might have made. And I'm always, in fact, very much as Linda is as well, I always want you to stick to your budget. If you've set a budget, you've set it for a reason. Don't go breaking it. But our job is, if you have sort of set money aside for peach moonstone, for example, that we want to come within that budget of what you might have seen and budgeted for. With 70 carats, 6 by 5mm to 12 by 6mm on a 31cm length, what do you think? No, Kimbo! Where the price is most definitely low. You might look at that and think, it's only £1 under. If you're maybe a new viewer to Jewellery Maker, you might not understand why we've bothered to do that. That's £1 per person. We might have 100, 200 in this opportunity. That's £200 potentially that we've just said goodbye to just by lowering it by £1. Doesn't mean £6.95 was meant to be the price. We're just... No, Kimbo. Is that because you didn't want to be under by just 5p? Because you like 4 better. I love £4.95. I used to be really naughty when I joined the Late Show permanently about a year and a half ago, and I took everything I could as low as possible to clear the vault, because that was the point of the Late Show. That was my job, to clear everything in the vault, to make room for everything that was on its way. But at £4.95 they banned everybody from doing under £6.95 after what, 3 weeks of me being on the Late Show? That was a bit naughty, wasn't it? But it's in there, you can't stop it, you can't stop the beat. £4.95, enjoy, check it out, check it out. Massively in love with that. If you've opened an order already, if you've never tried peach moonstone, that might be the opportunity for you to give it a go, that price point. Wine coated agate. Not actual wine that it's been coated with. Sorry, Amelia. All I heard from the back there was, oh. Well, hello. See, it has got that sort of wine tone, but for me it's got a mystic coating to it, because I'm seeing pinks and greens and everything. I would look in a sort of pearlescent mystic coating. Not really coming through on the telly, but that's why you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's more than most places, isn't it? Now they flew out the door when they launched with Lucy, isn't that right? And quite rightly so. Did you miss them that day? Did you wish you'd grabbed them now looking back on it? Or were you not even present that day? Well, how's about when they would go so well with the peach moonstone? They would look amazing. Should we get it on? Let's get it on. When they would go so well with the champagne pearls. When they would go so stunningly with the amber from earlier. You have a real treat in your hands today. And with so many different skin tones that this would work with. Should we do it? Should be £6.95 for just one. I mean, that's not a lot, is it? £6.95 for 18 by 13 millimeter ovals. They're pretty sizable. 200 carats. There's a lot in there. It doesn't. I don't think it matters how many times Kimball presses that price crash button. It just doesn't want to go to $4.95, does it? The computer's just going no. There's a little thing now on your computer. It asks you, like, again, do you really want to do this? Isn't it? Gives you like a safety option. So if you made a mistake, it says, are you sure this is what you want to drop the price to? Are you really sure? And then a flashing red light comes. You have to click the button for it to reduce the price. £4.95. Our computer system knows this is wrong, but Kimbo has worked out how to override it, and I love that. Well, we'll probably break it by the mid-show though. Enjoy it. Right, next. This is the one you will want. This is the one you'll want them all in all fairness, but I've shown you this one quite a lot today. So this one has had a lot of viewings. It looks amazing actually next to the Venturine that it's sitting beside, but I'll show it to you on its own first. This. Wait till you see. With only 120 in stock, it's going under $6.95. It is magnificent labradorite. You've seen it all morning with me if you've been watching, and maybe a little bit into the afternoon as well. It's just making me think of that gorgeous pair of earrings that we saw on the Wall of Fame earlier. A stunning design that had a pair of labradorite earrings. Some were faceted and some were polished rondelles. These just very, very much remind me of the faceted ones for number, oh gosh, I think it was 238 if my memory serves me correctly. Forgive me if not. I'm in love with this. Was it right? Yes, it's number 238 for the Wall of Fame. Dumfries and Galloway are there, East Sussex, Angus, Oklahoma. Where the sun dun da 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 da. Cheshire there, Surrey there, Devon, well done to you, West Midlands, Buckinghamshire, Bristol, Cheshire, Glamorgan. Lovely to see you, Wiltshire, Diane, you're straight in there, multi-bids for yourself, which is so fabulous to see. Sylvia, Susan, collectors are in, $6.95. Apparently, is all we were looking for normally. That's wrong, surely. That's how fabulous Jewellery Maker price points are. I hope you don't mind me saying that, but it doesn't really matter too much because we're not staying there anyway. We're going down to Alphabet Street. Yeah, yeah. It just doesn't want to reduce in price, is it? £4.95. It doesn't feel right to say that. If you think how many are on that strand, especially with a faceted wheel, you tend to get more on a strand than what you would if it was a round. You were getting yourself 30 centimetres at 4x2mm faceted wheels at £4.95. We had over 100. So whatever you do, give yourself a chance. Maybe you loved that piece earlier and you thought, actually, I really like that. I would really enjoy making a pair of earrings that look just like that one. £4.95. And you've got yourself the gemstone that was #1 gem voted for last year, for the year before, and the year before that. We've not voted this year yet, so it could be this year's as well. So for the past 3 years running, we have been bringing you labradorite, and it's been your #1 favourite gemstone out of all the even more so than diamonds, even more than chrome diopside or tanzanite or pearls. Susan's there, Diana's there, Devon again, multi-bids, check him out as soon as you can. Oh, wow. Pink shell. Ooh, we have for you only 149. Oh, look at that colour. Isn't it stunning? And oh, my late granny, God love her, she used to wear the prettiest pinky coral lipstick, and it looks just like this. And I remember as a little girl, all I wanted to do was try on Granny's lipstick, and it was this colour. It looks a bit more sweetie pink behind me, but it's more of a soft corally pastel. Do you know what it is? It's a salmon pink. It's 100% salmon pink, because I remember my mother bought my brother a salmon pink shirt for his birthday or his Christmas, and he wouldn't wear it because it had the word pink in it, and it was this colour. Really stylish, really beautiful. And then when you see that genuine ooh, shell shimmering through, Florence in Newport, East Lothian, multi-bids, Ali in the Forest of Dean. I have to say, I love the Forest of Dean that much. I'll more than happily bring it to you. I'll drive there and a half to the Forest of Dean just to drop them off. £4.95. Although I won't be allowed to, because the security guards will say, no, Ali, you can't be trusted. I'm sure that's the way it'll go. Hold on. It's Sparkle Sunday. We're off this week until Wednesday, so hold on. £4.95. See you later. I can't remember ever seeing £3.95 on the screen. Have you? Kim has gone quiet. I can't even hear her. Are you there? Is she gone? Is she done a runner? She's still here. Just. I think she's been chained to the chair. Claire's going to make sure she doesn't do a swift exit, otherwise we'll get left with the blame for this one. As you've seen, executive producer Martha is in today. Hopefully Fleur, guest designer Fleur, and Alison Tarry and Fiona Potter can keep her away from watching the telly right here, right now. Is this for real? I need to pinch myself. Yep, seriously, we're looking at just £3.95. That's correct. I've said it out loud. It is really, really, really happening. What do you think? With the champagne pearls, what do you reckon? Perfect or perfect? When was the last time you saw anything at £3.95 on Jewellery Maker? Right, I have another treat under £6.95. What do you think it might be? Is it? Do you know, looking at it, because red agate is very, very similar in colour to carnelian, I thought it's at this price point, under £6.95, it's more than likely going to be red agate as opposed to carnelian, because carnelian we don't see that often, and when we do, it's not down to that sort of price point. A message, this is a morning show. Definitely is, Fran Porter in London. City in Oklahoma, it's Mrs. Bennett out of the... Is Mrs. Bennett out of the country? Mr. Bennett. Cannot read today. Hopefully he's not out of the country at this moment, because his wife's due a baby, so if he is, he's in trouble. Hopefully he's occupied with that and not occupied with our price points. Oh, he'll be too excited about that to notice us doing this today, surely, right? Well, that's what I'm counting on. He will be. Sheila's decided that she's with me, that's it. He's going to be too busy. 10mm, 260 carats of true carnelian. What is carnelian? Do you know, carnelian makes you think of Christmas, does it? My producer's thinking of Christmas. I'm thinking of sangria and summer fruits. Fruit juices. Oh, it's like the sun beating down in the orange groves in Spain, isn't it? Ah, beauty. in each and every single one of them. You're getting a slight hint gold. They're not transparent, but there's a slight translucency to them, as opposed to being opaque. And it's that lovely fleshy, orangey, zesty colour that you get with each one. Oh, are you thinking of a summer fruit or passion fruits? Summer fruit, passion fruit? No, they are not. Are they? I can't remember last time I brought you carnelian, and I definitely can't remember last time I brought you carnelian at £4.95. So for that reason, I'm going to take your price even lower. Hi, Martha. She's not looking, it's fine, she's got a cup of tea. Could you pay that for a cup of tea at a local Costa, Nero or Starbucks or something similar? Of course you can. I'm sure it'd be quite a nice cup of tea as well. It's nice to have other people doing the washing up as well. I like it. I'm not saying don't have a cup of tea, but if you spared yourself one cup of tea, maybe invited your friend round to your house for the day instead of went out for a cuppa, then you could get yourself 260 carats of carnelian for 10mm. That's not right. I hate to say it, but I think for once our Sunday Experience ladies might wish they weren't here. Just once, just once. And what's amazing is so many of these will go together in the under £6.95 section. Right, final one. This looks so good with the labradorite. And at the price the labradorite went to, you might actually, within your budget, be able to cover yourself for this too, to put it together. I'm going to put it together anyway. Makes me think of Jenny Cleary, one of our presenters, and Mermaidial. What do you think? No. Do you like it with the labradorite? Is that something you would do, or would you stay away from that and go with... You love it with that, Kimbo? Kimbo likes it. Or would you go more down the summery fruity? Or would you be completely different and put it with shell pearl? Or shell, sorry, not shell pearl, forgive me. Is there any colour that you're thinking, oh, I'd like to see it with that? Maybe. Do you know? Oh, look at these from earlier. Look at that. It's a bit different, isn't it? Right, price point wise, what do you reckon? That's it. Joker, £4.95. And I said, is it? And my producer said, ha, no. It's not £4.95. Not today, not in summer sale, with my final treat of the summer sale. If you've tuned in for the first time, it's not normal. Niche normal. It's not normally what we would do. We're not really supposed to go under £6.95 for any strand on its own. But today is the summer sale, and Kimbo, quite frankly, is off on Wednesday, Thursday, and doesn't really care. She said, well, who's going to catch me? She's off. Probably far too honest for my own good and shouldn't have told you that, but I have, and enjoy that. £3.95. Is that really? They're 10 I wouldn't try and justify it, because in all honesty I can't. It's a sale. Things reduce in price for the sale to get them allocated. There's a huge quantity that we need to get. Usually in a sale it's things that you don't really want, isn't it? I quite want this. Usually if I go to a sale in a store, it's things that maybe aren't made right or don't fit right, and people think, oh, I wouldn't get that full price whether it's sale price or not, but quite fancy that. Right, I'm trying to get out of my chair. Are you ready to see the Sunday Experience ladies? Me too. Let's see what they've been up to. Hello there, if you've just tuned in, I'm Ali DeFoy, and I have 4 wonderful ladies on the Sunday Experience today. I'm going to introduce you to Louise first, is that correct?
Yes, that
wonderful.
is.
Louise, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Have you had a good day?
It's been fun, yes.
What have you been working with today?
I had a bundle of 3, so I had Smoky, citrine and carnelian.
Oh wow, is that something you would choose yourself normally to work with?
Maybe.
Maybe or maybe not?
Not necessarily, I wouldn't go for that straight away, so it's good fun.
Ah, maybe pushed you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Oh gosh, that's lovely.
Thank you.
How did you do that on the front?
Just a bit of wire, and then threaded a little bead on the front as well. Ah. Yeah.
Gosh, that is lovely.
Of course, the bead was out of a bead scoop, so yeah.
Right, so you had something that you could maybe...
I added that one in, just as a focal point. So
yeah, it looks great. Oh gosh, I think you've done ever so well. Are you pleased with what you've made?
Yeah.
I would be too if I was you, Louise. Thank you
fun.
so much.
Thank you.
I'm so pleased. I'm going to scoot along. Please excuse me. Yvonne, hiya.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
It's
Had a lovely
lovely
day.
to see. Have you? Really enjoyed it?
Yeah, yeah.
What have you been working with today?
Smoky quartz.
Oh,
I love
gosh.
smoky quartz.
Do you know we had the same strand as you've got on the show today, and it's going to be great inspiration for everybody at home to see what you've made, because maybe they've got this and they'll be thinking, I want to make what Yvonne made. Is it hard to work with the stone, or is the size a good size?
No, it's lovely. It's a good size too. It really is. And of course then you can put it with gold as well, because I put it with silver, and if you put it with gold, so much more you can do with it.
Isn't that just... Oh, I'm so pleased, Yvonne. Thank you so much. I'm just going to shimmy on. And who have I got here? Tracy on the shoulder, just to confuse me.
I'm sorry, I had an accident with the nail varnish.
I won't ask.
No, don't worry about it.
How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
You smell lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we've been working with the Tree of Life today.
Probably the nail varnish, actually.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I had tourmaline chips. So
you did.
I'm not a big
Tree of Life.
No, I love the Tree of Life.
Right,
but I'm not a big chip person.
Okay.
So I just thought, well, it kind of goes for the Tree of Life and the colours and everything as well. So
it does. Of course, that's almost like a sort of English country garden blossom tree.
Lovely
that one.
colours, isn't it?
You've done ever so well. Gosh.
Thank you.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Ladies, I want to dibs them all.
Thank you.
Lovely to see it, and I'm going to scoot along to our final lady. Leonie, is that correct?
Yes.
Lovely to see you, Leonie. What have you been working with today?
Tiger eye today.
Tiger's eye?
Yeah.
Ooh, is that something you've worked with before?
No, not at all.
Oh, did you like it?
I enjoyed it. Loved
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh gosh. Oh, that's quite tribal. That's something I'd quite fancy to wear maybe to a festival, that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you think you'd wear that when you get it home?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheila, is everyone allowed to take it home? I've never asked this before.
yes, take everything home that they've been given to work with.
That's amazing. Sheila's been running the workshop today. Ladies, would you come back to another workshop with Sheila?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's lovely
Thank
to
you.
see you, and thank you all so much for coming. For anyone who's not seen the experience before or doesn't really know what it's about, have a look at this. This will tell you how to come and join us in the experience. We'd love to see you. Did I just make that up? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Claire.
It should be then.
It should be. Well, you know what? Join me on Facebook and I'll tell you how to get involved. Forgive me for that. Ladies, thank you so much. Enjoy your pieces, and we hope to see you again soon. And I'm going to scoot along back over there. Oh, Sunday Sparkle. Did you take advantage of the sale? No. Right, do it now, quickly. JewelleryMaker.com, or the phone number is free to call me on. 0800 644 655 on the phone lines from a landline. And if you can join us on a mobile phone number, many phone providers are free on 0800 numbers too now. So do just check with your provider, and if that is the case, give us a wee call. Talk to the Advice Centre. They're brilliant. Many of them, like myself, are an accredited jewellery professional, so you can ask them questions. If they don't know the answer, they can always phone through to the studio, and I can always answer for you, and if we don't know, I can get back to you. But always ask. Double trouble. I'm probably in a bit of double trouble today. Ooh, is it? I've never even seen these before. Gosh, how high-pitched was that? These are amazing. Ready-made necklaces, if ever I saw them. Gosh, you could do something similar to what Angela did on the business show the other day, with them already being graduated like that. Oh, wow. Do you know what you could do? You could choose one of each colour, because each one's a different size, isn't it? And that could give you a bracelet or a necklace with a 42 centimetre length on each one. They're 7 by 5 millimetre, the first rondelle, and they go up to 13 by 8 millimetre in size. 290 carats. That'll give you a total of over 400 carats, won't it? It'll be 580 carats. That's how I count. 42 centimetres, giving you a total of 84 centimetres of genuine gems. And what's great about them is they're actually the exact same quantity. So you could work out your designs with the colour and the graduation This is a brilliant treat, $11.95. I've not seen these before. Kimbo! I know you've got a song that goes Kimbo with the price is low, but it doesn't mean you have to limbo and everything. I'm not going to stop her though. Going out in style, loving her work. £9.95. Goodness. Well, there you go. Enjoy yourself and treat yourself, and if there's anything you see that you fancy, why not give it a go? Oh, they look like cherry red. You know those glacier, do you say glacier? Glacier cherries. The ones you see on the top of those cakes of the Bakewell variety. Kimbo's not a cherry fan. You like the colour, you just not like the taste. Oh, I'm allergic to cherry lip balm. How funny is that? Enjoy it. Right. Sunday Sparkle has only 15 minutes left. Can you believe it? It's been such a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Next treat I'm going to bring you now is called the Flames. It's got red citrine in there, agate and smoky quartz. Oh, they're all... These citrine are huge. They go up to 19 by 12 millimetre. That has to be the biggest citrine I've ever seen in Jewellery Maker. 19 by 12 mil. Now Kimbo, our producer, has been saving this bundle especially for you. And quite rightly so. I love the name of it, Fan the Flames. It's like the burning embers that you expect to see, the golden sunshine in there as well, and then the chocolates of the smoky quartz, like the sort of charcoal with the flames. Really popular this would be, I would imagine, in my head. But if I have a look at it and see those of you who've already joined me, I know that you're really showing an interest on this on the web, which is lovely to see. WKGC0, is it? Citrine is usually a really sort of higher end price point strand. The size I've not seen in these. Really, look at this one on its own. That would be such an individual pendant. Look at that one. It's huge. Get it next to the size of my fingernail, especially my, well, obviously my pinky nail's going to be the smallest nail, but look how big they are. 19 by 12 millimetre. When have you seen a citrine of that size? Totally genuine red agate and smoky quartz with it. Two different styles of nuggets. And then, you can't go again. Kimbo! £3 a strand suit you? Why, yes. Have you ever seen citrine for £3?
Never. No. No.
Alex has messaged in. Lovely to see Alex. Oh my goodness. I missed seeing my wall of fame, but not these crazy deals. Thanks, Kim and the gang. I love it. I don't think I've ever been part of a cool gang. Thank you. Camilla's messaged in, sorry, had banned myself from buying today, but these deals are too good to miss. Oh, I'm really pleased you've seen something you fancied. Amanda in Greater London, although I don't condone breaking budgets. Hello ladies, whoa, whoa, bargains galore. So glad that I'm watching today. Thank you from Amanda in London. Oh, Amanda, I'm over the moon. Vera in Tyne Wear, Gem Studio, Ali, the rhodium necklace you still have on. Thanks for pointing it out, Vera. I was going to try and get away with this one. You still have on. It's sparkling. Oh, just like you. Oh, I have mine. Thanks for a super show. Vera, thank you so much. I will be taking it off, Martha, don't worry. Just maybe at home and not here. I'll take it off, don't worry. At some point. I have to wrestle me for it. Yes, the rhodium plated chain that we launched as our early bird. I do still have on, Vera. Thank you very much. Right, should we do it now? Actually, should we recap this one? So, for anyone who wasn't with me a wee moment ago when we had this for you, it's probably one of the sparkliest silver chains we've got. So many of you will know sterling silver. You might not have heard of rhodium. Rhodium is part of the platinum family, and it is a... You're right there, Linda. And it is one of the most sparkly accents or sort of additions to sterling silver. Sterling silver being the most lustrous precious metal, and when you coat it with this particular type of coating, a rhodium coating, what that tends to do, a lot of people tend to have that on their wedding rings, especially the sort of platinum wedding bands. It's to prevent them from scratching, and it's to prevent them from any chemicals sort of interfering with them. They're quite good when it comes to erosion. They tend to not, but I still wouldn't spray perfumes or anything sort of need it. But it's one of those great sort of scratch resistant. I mean, nothing is, well, maybe some things are scratch resistant, but not really jewellery wise and metal wise. But this is really, really difficult to scratch and really, really difficult to sort of damage when it comes to mixing it with chemicals. But I wouldn't try just for the fact of that it is renowned for that. Linda, you're very excited about this one.
I just love that. I think it's your dress with that chain. It makes that chain look pink. Because it's reflective, it must be really reflective, because that's not the brightest dresses in the world, is it? It's got that metallic pinky beige to it, but it's reflecting back through the necklace. But I think that's that chain. I think you've hit the nail on the head, literally saying wear it as it is. But you see how it's come round to the side, and you've got the clasp with the extender on. I quite like the thought. Bless you.
Bless me, sorry.
I quite like the thought of putting one of those chrome diopsides just on the end of that extender chain. Just that. Or a pearl, or something like that, just on that extender chain. So should it come round to the side like that, you've got that gorgeous little chrome diopside drop there.
Oh yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah.
$7.95. When could you go to a store and get a sterling silver necklace for $7.95?
I've said a million times, you know, I used to buy my chain off reels, so obviously they didn't have clasps on as well, so I had to get the clasp separately.
Of course.
And you know, some chains, sometimes you want a really fine chain,
and it's not
the easiest thing in the world to put a clasp on then, is it, really? And I know I've been paying between $2.95 and $7.95 an inch. It all depends on the weight of the chain, you know. So, as a finished piece of jewellery like that, it's, you know, I put it out there. I think you would certainly in our jewellery quarter, you'd find that incredibly difficult to match that, if you actually could.
But you know what the great thing about it is, you've got 30 days. If you don't have any ideas of price points, you could take it with you, go to jewellers, have a look at the price points and see what you could get for your money. I think it's a great idea.
If you do sell your jewellery, you know, most people, there's a huge range of jewellery enthusiasts. We're all very, very different, all of us.
Of course.
But I think the majority of people will home, if they're buying a present for somebody, they'll play it safe and they'll home in on a simple chain with a simple drop. Won't they? Every time. It looks the bee's knees every time. It doesn't matter what the drop is, but it just looks great. So, you know, you can't really have enough chain, certainly with the clasps on.
And especially one that's this lustrous.
Exactly.
Because it really, as you've mentioned, and lots of people have messaged in actually to say, and Vera just reminded everybody, you can actually see it sparkling away.
Oh, absolutely, you can.
And you almost sort of forget, and I shouldn't, but I almost forget you've got it on, because it is that it warms to the body and you just feel like you're not wearing anything. It's Anyway, sterling silver wire, 0.6mm gauge, 1 metre worth of it. Pairs of earrings, you get 3 pairs of these, a sterling silver stamp, a 925 stamp on not only the post, but on these ones on the post and at the back of them. Perfect for button drill gemstones, which we had earlier. You've got your E6000 in your glue, which is your clear medium viscosity. I always struggle with that word, I don't know why. Struggle to hold it clearly as well. And then you've got not just one pack of discs. One pack of discs would be 10, but you're getting 20, so you're getting 2 packs of the brushed silver curved discs. What do you reckon? You saw Linda's designs earlier if you were watching the show and you saw her kit. If you didn't see them, well, you know what, maybe have a wee look on the Facebook page when we get the pictures taken and we pop those up. maybe that's an idea. But price point wise, this was a part 2 of Linda's boutique kit. Silver Storm Mountain Glacier findings for just £27.95. Now this should have been over £40, shouldn't it? My memory served me correctly. It was way over £40 for this normally. And today, most people would pay that for 1 pair of sterling silver earrings. Yes, of course you need to attach something to it, but you've got 6 pairs of sterling silver earrings, 3 pairs studs, 3 pairs drops, the wire and the discs, and the E6000 as well. Enjoy it. Quickly going to recap. Tanzanite. With all the sterling silver findings, it would be rude not to, right, Linda?
Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. So pretty.
My final treat for the day, I believe, is that correct? Or for the moment? Yep, it's my final treat with you. I will recap my Chrome Diopside if I have a second. But I'm going to be joining our gorgeous Linda in a moment, who's been working with some of the finest pumpkins or sunflowers, however you wish to know them, of a sort of similar colour to this amber. How fabulous would it be to incorporate amber and Tanzanite? And the price points we've done today, if you'd set money aside for an amber and Tanzanite piece of jewellery, you would be able to get both the amber and the Tanzanite, and maybe even the silver that we've just offered there. Tanzanite, I could talk about it forever and a day, but you know what? Just enjoy that price, because what I would tell you about this gemstone would warrant a much, much higher price than £9.95. The one thing I want to say to you that I hope you remember about this and about anything is, please do not think in any way that I now or ever have or ever will be trying to imply a value or a worth by offering you that price point next to Tanzanite. I'm not trying to say it's worth £9.95, less or more. All I'm saying to you is that's the price it is today. If you're happy with that price, you can see what you can get elsewhere. That's not my job to tell you what you could be paying elsewhere. I wouldn't do that to you, because, well, you can see it for yourself, and it's much, much, much nicer to see it for yourself and know that you can see it at that price in the high street, and you know what we offered it here. You can make that executive decision. I'm just here as your friend, here as your host, to offer you all the treats. You decide whether it's right for you or not, and you're the only person that can decide that, not your friends, not myself, not Linda. We're here to offer it to you and tell you as much as we can about it. Bear in mind, we get very short moments, as I've already offered that to you earlier today in this hour. I don't have time as much as I would like to talk about it, but if you ever want to know anything more about something, please, or you might want to know more about Linda, but if you do, drop me a message on Facebook, drop me a message on Twitter. My name's Ali DeFoy. Get in contact with me or write to the show, and I can help you out if there's anything you need to know that I've not managed to cover. Price point wise, we're just going to get it straight in for this. It's a limited edition. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 left. They're only ever worth $39 for you today. That's all I can't believe we managed to get our hands on that many, but there are approximately 67-ish gemstones on here. They're all, for me, headlining pieces, one-offs.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Totally. Yeah, very much a collector's gemstone.
But I appreciate price point wise. Oh, sorry, we're looking at the jasper. Oh, sorry, I thought you asked me to show this. Forgive me. Well, we'll do that in a second. $9.95. Should we have a look at what you were making then, Linda? Now, you got 3 packs of 5, so you got 50. Oh, that's cool.
I've obviously added some background, but I think that's all worked really well. I'm really pleased with all of them.
Have you a favourite?
I don't know, have you?
Well, I was going to say I found my favourite, and then I changed my mind, okay. But I've got a double favourite.
Okay.
So this necklace.
Yeah, I think that's possibly mandarin garnet.
And then the bracelet, but then I saw that necklace on the end, and I want to wear it all at the same time.
Okay.
I would dibs all of it. Oh my gosh! Did you have fun working
I
with
did
them?
actually. Yes, it's initially I think, well, I've got X amount of these
15 of them,
gemstones.
yep.
What can I do with them to make them all different? And I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really have enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got 2 left. That's all. So 3 actually. 3 left. So really happy with all of them, and it's got. I mean, we had smoky quartz earlier. It goes beautifully with smoky quartz. We did have some earlier in the show, yeah. Yeah, as I say, it works into those little crevices beautifully.
I hope you managed to get that for only $9.95. You get 15 of those, whether you call them sunflowers or whether you call them jasper flower rounds. And now, just to remind you, we'll put the graphics in. I know I told you a wee bit about it a moment ago. As I say, there were only 39 of them. I think I have 2 or 3 left. Do have a look. Call JewelleryMaker.com. Or call us or join us on the web, whichever's most convenient. Quickly, do you know when you're next back with us, Linda? Sorry.
Workshop on Wednesday and then back on a Friday morning.
Oh, lovely. Well, I won't be in, but it means I get to watch. Make sure you tune in next Friday morning to see our gorgeous Linda. Please do not go anywhere because you get the gorgeous Lucy coming up. Now, I don't know which guest designer Lucy's got because I've seen about 6 in today. Alison Tarry. It's Alison Tarry. I've seen Alison Tarry. I've seen Fiona. I've seen Fleur. I've seen everybody. So Alison Tarry, the gorgeous Alison, is coming up with Lucy, and I'll see you. Have a lovely couple of days, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay 1 postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.